Through and through. Oh, the Toon Review. Laughs and passion, football too. We are the Toon Review. By the fans, for the fans, through and through. Laughs and passion, football too. We are the Toon Review. 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 Go!
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to the Toon Review for Matchday Live as the Premier League is back and Newcastle United take on the might of Manchester City, who are in very, very good form going into this game. But it's about time we turned around our season, especially in the Premier League, of course. And hopefully we can get a performance in today. I think that's what most of us want more than ever today, is a performance. We know we're struggling, but we just want Manchester City to come off the pitch knowing they've been in a game, whether we win or lose. It's all about performances today and whether we are at it, and we've got to be at it, let's face it, from the start today. But thank you very much for joining me tonight. If you do enjoy the show, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. And of course, if you are new, please do subscribe. At the time of going live, we are 21 subscribers away. 21 subscribers away from 44,000. So please, if you are new and you like what you see, please do subscribe. It is free of charge. All that we ask for is that you hit that notification bell so you never miss an upload or a live show. Memberships are, of course, available. Just hit the join button just underneath myself. And, of course, super chats as well. That's the $ at the bottom of the live chat. And that will guarantee your comment to be read out on the show. So if you have something you want to get across, super chat is the best way of doing it. We've already got a member. Ian Hollis has become a new member. Some people seem to have their usernames back. Some don't. I don't know whether you go into the YouTube studio and do anything, which helps it change it back. But hey, there you go. Anyway, let's have a look at the teams as we normally do at the start of the show. Now, Newcastle United, this is how we line up today. We go with Nick Pope. Lewis Hall is back. Fabian Schär is back. Joe Linton, Tonali, Barnes, Chow, Livramento, Murphy, Voltemada, and Bruno. On the bench, we have two goalkeepers. I mean, I thought we were gone with this, but obviously not. Ramsdale and Ruddy, Botman, Alanga, Willock, Alex Murphy, Ramsey, Neve, and Miley. So Trippier does not make it. Neither does Anthony Gordon. At the time of going live, I have no idea what the problem is with Kieran Trippier. Whether he's got this illness or whether he's picked up a knock somewhere along the line. But Livramento back for me is huge, but obviously that's because Trippier is not fit. And I think if Trippier was fit for this game, he would have started. I don't think Eddie particularly wanted to put Livramento straight in. However, he's in. I'm glad he's in, but has he got 90 minutes is the question. We don't have Emil Kraft on the bench, of course, as well. So no proper right backs there. Of course, Chow can play there later on if needs be, but we'll see how it goes. Botman dropped. Strange one. I think Botman, he's been a bit iffy in certain performances, but I don't know about dropping him. But listen, Fabian Schär, whether he's been put in to deal with Haaland, time will tell. Manchester City, this is how they line up. They go with Donnarumma in goal. They've got Nunez, Diaz, Vardiol, O'Reilly, Nico, Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden, Ryan Cherky, Jeremy Doku, and Erling Haaland. That is as scary front three as it's going to get, folks, with Doku and Cherky either side of Erling Haaland, of course. The bench, it's packed, isn't it? Trafford is there, Reinders, John Stones, Ake, Marmouche, Nuri. I mean, come on. It's scary. It really is. However, we can only do the job that we've been asked to do today, and that's go out and perform. Go out and perform. Don't put your heads down. Play with pride. And you know what? We know we can give Man City a game. We know we can. And we've got to be better. It's as simple as that. We have to be better in the Premier League, and let's hope we are. But some very interesting changes. I mean, Let me know, guys. Are you happy with Nick Pope starting? I don't think many of us are, to be honest. But what will it take? What will it take for him to drop Nick Pope? He's been pretty dreadful the last few games. I just don't get it. I really don't. Anyway, Samsonite Dove with a super chat saying the stakes couldn't get much higher before the match. Start with today's result. 1 point above relegation, and even a win only advances us 1 place. Yeah, but it's the wins, Samsonite. It's the win we've got to try and get. Bruno's Magic Hat, a member for 32 months. Thank you very much. Hey, Paul, well done on your award. 3-0 to Man City, I'm afraid. Pep's built another title team. We have a weak lineup again. Halven, I'm not sure how you even pronounce that. Evening all, why am I looking at Pope's name? I had no idea, mate. Jens, what the fuck? Ruddy on the bench. How? No, seriously. And Mark Mullins, what the F has he put Pope in for? Still no lessons learned. Fuck me, Eddie, wake up. And why not bloody Botman? I was confident yesterday, not now. Why? Well, look, Cher can do a job. There's no doubt about that. But the problem I've got is it's now 2 right-footed centre-backs. And if you're going down the line of not happy about having 2 same-footed centre-backs, then we've got them today in Chow and Cher. So I don't know why he's broke that partnership up, to be honest. It was building really nicely. Yes, Botman had a couple of dicey games, but he's certainly not the reason that we've lost games. And I find it quite astounding that he's made Botman one of the scapegoats because he's dropped him. It's strange. Eric, Pope, my God, please stop. He won't even evolve this team. At least Tino and Hall are back. Not confident at all. Well, the good thing is Tino and Hall are back. And that is the main thing for me. Seeing them 2 back does give me a little bit of reassurance. But Livermento's going to be nowhere near match fit, remember, guys. Lewis Hall, to a degree, might not be as fit as he normally is, so we'll have to wait and see how he gets on as well. Just looking at the other results in the Premier League today, folks. Burnley 0, Chelsea 2. The lunchtime kickoff. Neto and Fernandez getting the goals for Chelsea. Bournemouth 2, West Ham 2. Callum Wilson getting both the goals today for West Ham. At his old stomping ground, of course. Tavernier and Unal pulling the goals back as West Ham were 2-0 up in that game. Brighton came from behind to beat Brentford 2-1 at the Amex. Goals from Welbeck and Hinshelwood after Thiago scored a first-half penalty for Brentford. Fulham 1, Sunderland 0. A good result. I'm not sure what happened at the end of that game. There was a bit of commotion between the coaches, I think, and a lot of yellow cards being dished out. But Sunderland go down to a Jimenez goal in the 84th minute. Well, they've got to accept defeat sometimes, haven't they? Incredible result at Anfield. Liverpool 0, Nottingham Forest 3. I was watching that game before we went live, and I have to say, wow, Liverpool are looking poor, guys. I would go as far as to say that they are in crisis right now. I have to be honest. They had a lot of possession, Liverpool, 74% of the possession. 21 shots, but Forest had 15, even though they only had 26% possession. And yet again, they are beaten. Goals from Murillo, Savona and Gibbs-White. And yet again, Alexander Isak taken off in the, 68th minute. Wow. And his FOTMOB score was not good. I think it was about 5.8 or something. So it continues to put a big smile on my face and many other Newcastle United fans. And finally, at Molyneux, it is Molyneux. I just call it Molyneux because just an ongoing joke. It finished Wolves 0, Crystal Palace 2. So Palace once again continuing their fantastic run in the Premier League. Goals from Munoz and Pino in the space of 5 minutes in the second half, getting them the 3 points. So as we were saying, Newcastle are now literally 1 point above the relegation zone. Obviously, with this game in hand tonight, it is a huge game for us. And more to the point, we've got to try and get something out of it. I know that we said that we want a performance and we want to make sure that we don't, drop more points in the Premier League and a good performance, but points are necessary now, guys. You've got Leeds, West Ham below us on 11 points, Burnley then on 10, And then you've got Nottingham Forest, who are now on 12 points alongside us. So, we've got to be careful, guys. We do need to start picking points up. Liverpool down to 11th. Arne Slot is going to be under tremendous pressure. There's no doubt about that. Winning the title last year, he won the title, let's say, with Klopp's team, didn't he? And now what we're seeing is all his buys over the summer period have been absolutely awful. Kirkes has been terrible. Isak has just been a disaster. And some of the other ones, Wirtz as well, not performing. I mean, dear God. At the top, Arsenal lead by 3 points over Chelsea. Manchester City on 22 points, so they could go a point behind Arsenal tonight if they win at St James's Park. So, and Palace up to fourth. And fourth and fifth, Palace and Brighton having fantastic seasons yet again. And Brighton, you know what? They just keep doing it, don't they? They just keep going and going and going and constantly doing it. Ashley says you can flip that though, Paul. We're 7 points off fifth. Win this, it's 4 points. Absolutely. I'm not denying that, but we have to be careful here as to where we actually are in the league. No doubt in my eyes. David Lamb says Pope, only place for Pope is the Vatican. The Anderson deal looks so bad, by the way. What a player. Yeah, but I know it looks bad, but we didn't physically have a choice. And that's the problem. It's all right, everybody saying, we shouldn't have done it. It looks a terrible deal now. It was always a terrible deal because Newcastle didn't want to do it. But we ended up having to do it because of the PSR and FFP, which is all going to change shortly, by the way. Just in time for us, having to get rid of our best players. It's madness. Jim Barr, member for 23 months, 1:20 a.m. kickoff here. The best news I've seen, Tino and Hall starting. Hope they're ready. And the Mackhams losing. If things come in threes, hopefully we get the win. And Martin says, congratulations on the YouTube award. Or to all at TTR. Thanks, mate. Much appreciated. And Mark the Celt, who's been with us now as a member for 23 months. We need a win, defo. I mean, a win today, it's not just getting the win, but the confidence it would give us beating Manchester City. Surely that would begin to get the ball rolling now. And the really, we can put to bed the early part of the season and just say, right, let's write it off. Let's just concentrate on what we're doing now. But if we lose heavily today, then that ain't going to do a lot of confidence going a very difficult game at Marseille and then a very tough game at Everton's new ground next week. It's just going to be so tight. We are now only 15 subscribers away from 44,000, guys. 15. That is all we need. 15 of you. There's over 1,500 watching at the moment on both YouTube and X. So even if you're on X and you've got a YouTube account, head over to YouTube, give us a subscribe, and let's try and push us over that 44,000 because that will be a hell of a week for us, by the way. Winning an award for best content creator in the Premier League and also passing 44K. It will be a monumental achievement. So it's all down to yous. Darlington FC won Spennymoor 0 this afternoon. Steve Watson's Black and White Army. Well done to Darlow. Difficult game against Spennymoor, but Darlow, I think they're doing all right this season. But South Shields are the team in that league. They're flying at the minute. Mervyn Cox says, what do you think of the new rules? We're going to talk about that in the show, actually, Mervyn. So I'll hold my opinion off until then, because yes, there's been a few changes, and are they for the better? Hopefully so, but we'll never know until they kick in and see what we can do. Listen, they had to change it. They had to do something. And they have gone and done something about it, but whether it's for the benefit of the rest of the league, we just have to wait and see, folks. We really do. Stephen Carew with a super chat. Paul, hoping today is where the lads turn it around. God, I hope so. I really do. I really do. Off topic, Paul, did you get my email? Yes, all the prizes are going out next week, mate. Just with us being a bit poorly this week, I haven't been able to get them out. But I will get them sent Monday, Tuesday of next week to all the winners. including the photos and all that. They'll all be gone. At the end of the day, Byrne will be back in for Hall next week. Let's not look to that. Let's just see how we get on today, and hopefully Lewis Hall will be absolutely superb today. There's no way that Eddie Howe can drop him. But he did say in the press conference that given Lewis Hall's age, they need to be careful with him. So just take that on board because he's not going to leave Dan Byrne sitting on the bench for long. He just won't. Black and White Blues. Hi, Paul. Well done on Thursday. I'm in Barcelona. Just watched their. I'm worried about today. I think Eddie has lost it. I hope I'm wrong. But Barcelona thrashed our good friends in Spain, Bilbao, today as they opened their brand new Nou Camp Stadium, 100,000 capacity. I mean, Jesus wept. We're still waiting to see where we go from 52. Are we staying where we are? Are we not? Are we going to start? It's madness when you think about it, because we've been talking about a new stadium for so long, and then we see others getting ones. And Birmingham City just announcing a new one, 62,000 seater stadium for Birmingham City. I don't know what's happening with ours. I guess we have to let the powers that be do their stuff. David Lamb says, I'm sure Billy is watching. Get well soon, big man. Oh, he will be. No doubt about it. And hopefully he'll be home soon. Robert Dobson says, hope for the win. Get well soon, Billy. Congrats on the award, TTR family. For fuck's sake, Pope. You can see how many people are delighted that Nick Pope's starting. Watch him have an absolute blinder today. In fact, that's more in hope, by the way, because I think he will be busy. Just wondering, Paul, do they sell your seat when you don't attend with a season ticket, or is the seat empty? No, I always sell it. I always sell it back to the club because obviously there's these new rules in place as well. But if I sell my ticket back to the club, then it doesn't go against me. So I know there's a lot of fans who have had their season tickets suspended for passing it on to other people. You have to do it the proper way. You've got to go through the club. So the seat isn't empty for the game, basically. And Trolls has gifted a Toon Review membership. Thank you very much, Trolls. Very kind, my man. So what are we? 12 minutes from kickoff. The atmosphere will be building nicely in St. James's Park. Again, listen, it's under the lights, right? It's under the lights, and we know what we do under the lights. We do perform, and we do tend to perform against the better teams under the lights when the atmosphere is a bit raucous and everything like that. But the opposition tonight, they've been there, they've done it. They're used to this. They're used to the atmosphere. They're used to the hostile environments they've played in many, many over the years. So, we have to do it on the pitch. We have to do it on the pitch, not just in the stands. Mr. Superfly says, oh my God, Howe is on another planet. He reckoned there was nothing wrong with Pope before his concussion. Is that what he actually said? I'll be amazed if that's what he said, because surely he's not going to make an embarrassing... that's an embarrassing comment, because clearly there was something wrong with Nick Pope. He was making lots of mistakes. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. Buff says, Howe just said Trippier has a slight hamstring problem, and Craig Pawson is on VAR today. Oh, absolutely wonderful. Well, doesn't that just fill you with the joys of winter? Pawson, of all the people to be on VAR. But a slight hamstring for Trippier, I'm not going to comment on any injuries, because you just don't know in Newcastle, do you? Eddie will come out and say, slight this, slight that, and then we'll not see you play for weeks on end. We know how it goes at Newcastle, and we don't want that to happen today in the next few weeks as well with Trippier. Spike has gifted 5 Toon Review memberships as well. Thank you very much, Spike. Very, very kind. It's funny because I'm just sort of watching the chat and it's flying through. So that's why I always say super chat if you want your comment read out, guys, because sometimes I don't actually, the fly through. Some will catch my eye sometimes, but what is catching my eye is the amount of people that have just noticed that Nick Pope is in goal. That have maybe just clicked onto the teams or just clicked onto the show and seen the Pope is actually starting and gone, oh my holy God. Yeah, it's just the way it is, unfortunately. Graham Ritchie says, many congrats, Paul and the team. Very well deserved. Great to see Hall and Tino back. They will get us up the pitch 2-1 to the Toon. The only worry I've got with Livramento is he's rusty. He will be rusty. And if he's not rusty, then he's just fantastic footballer to me. He hasn't played for a long time, and he's coming back. Listen, I said at the top of the show there that if Trippier was fit today, then I would expect Trippier to start. I think everybody did. And obviously, Trippier would be on the bench, and maybe we'd get 20 minutes, 15 minutes out of him. But the fact that now Trippier's got the injury, I'm sorry, but I worry about Livramento, his rustiness. But look, if he's rusty for 5 minutes and then he clears his head and cobwebs are gone and then he gets on with it, he's a good player. So let's just hope. Turpy says, I just hope Tino is fit. Unusual for Eddie to rush a player back. Well, he's had to, Turpy. There's no other right backs. Kraft is still injured. Trippier's injured. He's got to. He's got to. But listen, he did say in the press conference that he's had a very, very good 2 weeks training during the international break. He is ready to go. He is fit and ready. The best decisions Howe makes are ones that are forced on him. They're not decisions, really. Well, he's certainly been. He's got away with the Dan Burn one at left back, hasn't he? Because I tell you what, I don't think Hall would have started today. I genuinely don't. Had Pope been fit, but I think he's got away with that. I don't understand John Ruddy being on the bench. I am sick to death of this happening. 2 goalkeepers. We've got some talented players, and I know the under-21s played yesterday, but let's be honest. They're not going to get on the field. I don't think we're going to see Sean Neve today, unless something happens to Voltemada. God forbid. I don't think we'll see Neve unless we're winning the game very comfortably, which, let's be honest, is a pipe dream right now. However, the same would happen with a youngster. Get another youngster on that bench instead of John Ruddy. It just does not need 2 goalkeepers sitting on that bench. It just doesn't. And it's annoying, isn't it? It's annoying when we see, one of the academy players missing out on an opportunity to get some experience around the first team and around the Premier League game. It's not all about just getting on the pitch. It's the experience before the game, through the game, being on the bench, listening to what goes on, being in that first team dressing room. It's vital experience for these kids. Yet we've got a 65-year-old goalkeeper who models dressing gowns sitting on the fucking bench. I find it astounding at times. I really do. Now, Keith Downey has reported that we're going to go for a striker in the January window. I think that's a good move. But I don't know how much money we're going to have. If you listen to certain financial people, we are good for money in January. So let's just pray and hope that we get the right forward in. We've missed out on so many in the summer. It's madness. I love Eddie, but do you think we dine out on the Joe Linton rebirth? That was also a fluke after the red card. Well, look, yeah. Look, I'm not going to have a go at Eddie Howe for that one. I think there was talk of moving Joe Linton back to midfield before that actually happened. I mentioned it on a couple of shows as well that I would love to see Joe Linton in midfield. And I think a few other fans felt the same. But, it did get forced on him earlier than I think he was probably going to do it. But, hey, he did it. And Joe Linton never looked back. But the problem is Joe Linton's now lacking in form. And he has a massive, massive game today. He's got to be at his very top. And we haven't seen many players on their very top of the game this season, apart from, come on, Tonali, fair enough. There's games where he just keeps scoring tens, doesn't he? He's a fantastic player. Now, if you bear with us, because I just need to get my screen ready for the big off. Now, just as well, guys, obviously, if you are ahead of me for the game, please remember, if you want to be level with me, just pause your TV right at the start of the game. And I will tell you when we've kicked off on my stream so that we can all watch it together and be in sync. If you don't want to do that, that is fine. That is not a problem. But all that we say is do not put any spoilers in the chat until I've commentated on it. If you do, the mods will remove it and possibly remove yourself, which we don't want to do. We all want to have a great watch along together. So if you are ahead of me, Don't put any spoilers in. But if you want to be level with me, pause your TV at kickoff, and then we'll all be in sync together. That's how we do it here on the Toon Review. So that's just to respect people that obviously aren't watching the game live. We've got a lot of overseas viewers, etc., who just tune into the commentary and don't want to see anything pop up in the chat before I've even commentated on it. So just don't do it. It's very simple not to do it. Just wait until I've commentated on the incident, and we can all be enjoying the afternoon. And so if you want to be in sync with us, if you go to kick off before me, just hit pause. I'll tell you when we're underway on mine, and we will all be in sync for the game. Lots of people saying they take a draw all day long at the minute. I just want to see a performance. I want to see us show some fight. I want to see us get stuck in and not pay loads of respect to Manchester City. And that's what really does my head in sometimes, is that we, times this season, we scored goals, but then we sat back again and let the opposition come onto us and paid them far too much respect. And yes, do Manchester City deserve respect? Of course they do. They've got some absolute brilliant players, but so have we. And if we keep showing teams too much respect, we end up getting our asses smacked. And I don't know about you. I'm completely fed up of getting our asses spanked, to be honest. It's annoying. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Super chat from Cool Dude. How are me bonny lads? Couldn't have said it better myself, my man. How are me bonny lads? Absolutely. I just hope. I want to see something from the wingers. Barnes, Murphy, get at them. Get at them, give them a torrid time. Murphy especially against young Nico O'Reilly. Just go at him. Keep going at him. And if he wins the ball a few times, doesn't matter. Just keep going back. Keep giving them hell. And, let's keep going more than 10 minutes today. That's a big thing for me. Forest under Big Sean look far better than we do. Well, far better than they did under the Aussie guy. That's a certainty, who I still don't rate as a manager. I just don't rate as a manager at all. And I was proved right at Forest, but Sean Dyche has come in. He's looked very, very good. And I'm going through the Manchester City team on my screen. So we aren't far away from kickoff, ladies and gents. Oh, dear. It's that time where, your nerves start to kick in and you think, oh, what if, can we get something? But their midfield, three of Silva, Gonzalez and Foden, and a front three, Cherky, Haaland and Doku. I mean, and then the bench as well. I mean, the bench, Reinders, fantastic player, Mamouche, Ait Nouri, Savinho, Kusanov, Oscar Bob. I mean, they're littered with talent. So it is going to be a tough game. But, hey, Livramento's there. Come on. Remember, guys, if you go to kick off before me, hit the pause button, and I'll tell you when we're underway on my screen, and we'll all be in sync. No spoilers, please. And let's just enjoy a fantastic game from St. James's Park this afternoon, as it's Newcastle United against Manchester City. Keep subscribing, guys. Don't forget, we're very, very close to 44,000 subscribers as well. 8 away. We're only 8 away as we head to kick-off. So if you are new and you like what you see, come and be part of a fantastic community, an award-winning channel, guys. I've been wanting to say that for a long time. An award-winning channel here on the Toon Review by hitting that subscribe button. And at the moment, we're just looking at certain members of the Manchester City team who look fired up as well. They look concentration on their faces. And given the way the league's gone, Pep will want to desperately win this game to put the pressure on Arsenal. Of course, they can go 1 point behind the Gunners today by winning this game. We can move up the table as well by a place or so, but it's the points. As we're just seeing Eddie Howe and Pep Guardiola giving each other a hug. Let's hope it stays as friendly as that. Greetings from Dubai. So happy to see Pool flop. Yes, we certainly are. Massive congrats for winning the award. Well deserved. The best channel on YouTube. Massively appreciate what you all do for us. Thank you very much. We are underway, folks. We are underway at St James's Park, Newcastle United, Manchester City. And immediately the ball is all the way back with Donnarumma, who, last time he came to St James's Park, of course, had force-banked past him, as he was the goalkeeper, of course, for PSG in that fantastic win in the Champions League for Newcastle. And immediately forcing Donnarumma into a save there. I don't know what happened there. Barnes with a shot. Donnarumma tries to play it out. We win it back. Barnes should do much better there. What an opportunity for Newcastle that is. And that is a really poor finish from Harvey Barnes. The whole of the goal to aim for, clean in, and doesn't put it away. And that's something we need to make sure we do today, is put our chances away, because chances like that are not going to come very quickly, folks. Not going to come very often. Can't wait for a Haaland shit show, but at least we changed the intro tune. Yeah. I don't know how he missed that, guys. I don't actually know how he missed that. Coming in on his right foot, perfect opportunity. But Lewis Hall already getting well stuck in. And that looks like a free kick. But we're certainly up for this game. There's no doubt about it. It's been a very quick start from Newcastle United the first couple of minutes. That's good to see. Closing them down very, very quickly. Murphy beaten rather easily there. But almost City giving it away again there. Diaz. And now O'Reilly. Little flick from Foden. Chow steps up to win the ball for Newcastle. Now Murphy. Joe Linton. Oh, that's not a good ball by Joe Linton. He's giving straight to Doku. And Haaland is through. One-on-one. He's clipped it over Pope, but he's fluffed it. What an opportunity for Erling Haaland, who he doesn't normally miss them, but a City carved through us. Joe Linton, a terrible giveaway to Doku. And Haaland splits the defenders. Pope came out. Now, I guess Pope did really well there, actually, because he came out, and Haaland's not used to goalkeepers coming that far out. He tries to clip it over the top of him, but luckily for us, he's fluffed it. So maybe Nick Pope rushing out like that was a decent thing to do. I don't know. But he forced Haaland into a very quick decision, I think, and that worked. Certainly in our favour. Throw into Newcastle. Hall goes back to Fabian Schär. He leathers one forward. But that is just a sign of what Manchester City can do. They can split you open with one pass of the ball. But it was an absolutely horrendous ball from Joe Linton. He had literally Bruno 2 yards away from him, and he completely missed him. Not great. When you're looking to try and improve your form, that is. It's back with Donnarumma now in the City goal. And this time he goes long, looking for the run of, I think that's Foden coming to the right-hand side. But here comes City now. Bernardo Silva clips it back. Ruben Diaz. Sorry, it's not Diaz. That's Nunez, I think. No. I'm just talking to myself, folks. Don't worry. Number 3, that is Diaz. I think Guardiola's actually playing as a centre-back today. Here is O'Reilly. Bernardo dropping back a little bit to receive the ball. But again, Newcastle playing the old 4-5-1 defensive formation there, keeping Man City at bay. But City trying to pass their way around us now as Livramento steps up on O'Reilly there. So O'Reilly has to turn backwards. Here's Bernardo again. And now Nico. Foden. Oh, good ball in. Again, that one pass, just the defence splitting pass, City into the penalty area. Now Doku. Doku, low ball into the penalty box. Joe Linton does his job. Voltemada can't quite clear the ball. Schär and Haaland go up for a challenge. And Joe Linton comes back to pick up the pieces. Now Bruno. Tonali. And he's lost the ball, but wins it back. Brilliant stuff from Tonali, and he breaks away over the halfway line. Now Lewis Hall can't go past the challenge of Nunez, and it's a throw-in. But Tonali there, red hot into that challenge. Red hot into it. and then broke away very, very quickly as well. Foden now. Doku. City is so good when they do that, though. From very little space, they create a lot of it, by one single pass. Doku again for Manchester City. Good ball. Bernardo Silva. Danger here. Onto Haaland. He's too wide to shoot. Pulls it back. Livramento is there and clears the ball away. And again, a very, very good build-up by Manchester City. Livramento and Bruno in conversation as Ryan Cherky is going to take the corner for Man City. Of course, once linked with Newcastle United, which would have been nice. But City swooped in very early in the window. And now O'Reilly challenged by Lewis Hall. A big, big height difference there, but we know Lewis is good in the air. But Man City dangerous from corners. In it comes to the edge of the 6-yard box. And, well, he's asked... Well, Fabian Schär's been fouled on the goal line. The referee says we'll retake the corner. And the referee's not looking at the corner taker here. He's looking at the goal. He sees the... Well, that's a free kick to Newcastle. Schär is clearly pushed over there on the goal line, and then he orders the retaking of a corner. That's a terrible decision from the referee. Clearly a push on Fabian Schär, yet they get a retake of the corner. How does that work? What a load of bullshit that is, by the way. In comes the corner again. And that's hit the Newcastle head. And another Manchester City corner. Fabian Schär got his nut on that one. Heads it behind. And Cherky, he's had 2 corners now, which haven't really gone anywhere. What can he do with the third one? Joe Linton heads it away. It's not a good header, that. It's gone straight back to Cherky. Cherky now on the edge of the box. Whips in a shot, and Pope is there. It was whipped in at the near post, and that is a comfortable one for Newcastle goalkeeper. But again, good skills by Cherky. Beats Bruno on the edge of the box. Fires in a shot at the near post. And but we've given it away again. And City in total control of this game at the moment. Here's Nico. O'Reilly. Gvardiol. Sends it across to Diaz. Diaz, a little bit of time on the ball here. Just looking for that killer pass at the minute. And, well, this time, to be honest, Nunes kept it in there. It was going for a throw in, but he decided to play it on because there was a lot of space for him. And that's good play by Joe Linton, forcing Diaz back to the goalkeeper there. And it's back with I was going to call him Mamadashvili there. Donnarumma. Now City break again. And Gvardiol, as we know, can step up. And he's brought City over the halfway line. O'Reilly. Inside again. Nico. And now Diaz. Certainly Manchester City seeing a lot of the ball in this first 10 minutes of the game. And he took his eye off the ball there. Joe Linton almost nicked it off him. All the way to O'Reilly on the far side now, just on the halfway line. Inside again to Bernardo. Bernardo inside Nico. Again, looking like a well-drilled team at the moment, Manchester City. Nunes inside for Diaz now. And look at the room on the far side for O'Reilly. In acres of space. Tino comes across, so blocks the route for O'Reilly to go, but lays it back to Bernardo. Cherky. Tried to play a ball through, and Foden was coming on. I'm not sure whether he meant to put that towards Foden. It was more for Haaland, but Haaland was nowhere near it. But had Chow not made the tackle, Foden was onto that in a shot. Livramento now to Bruno. Tonali. Over on the far side, trying to keep it in play, Tonali, and I think Man City win a throw-in from that. And they do. Tonali's been a bit of a shithouse there, not giving them the ball. Good on you, son. But 80% possession for Manchester City in this first 10 minutes, guys. Bernardo, Guardiola, Nico. Even in tight spaces, they managed to get out. But we've got to be stronger there. And that's way over O'Reilly's head and a throw-in to Newcastle United. Well, 10 minutes into the game, I'm not really sure what our game plan is here, whether it's just to hold City up and just keep them at bay is what I'm watching at the minute. I mean, Pep Guardiola is up and down like a yo-yo on the touchline, but that's what he does. He installs that into his team. As Bruno now fastening his boot. And I think the referee, well, I don't know whether the referee's allowing it, but Newcastle aren't going to take the throw in until Bruno has fastened his boot. He's done. Completed passes in the first 10 minutes. 82 for Manchester City, 13 for Newcastle so far. That sort of gives you an idea of where this first half's gone. But we're still 0-0 here. Here's Bruno. Flicks it to Tonali. Tonali back to Bruno. Bruno trying to get Voltemada involved in the game. Here he is. Tonali swings it out to this near side, looking for Harvey Barnes. It's a wonderful ball. Barnes brings it down well. Brilliant overlap from Lewis Hall. Great ball from Barnes. Hall is at the touchline. In comes the cross. And Tonali was coming in at the back post, but it's just too high for him. And Livermento's giving it to Doku. Murphy comes back to help out as well, and Livermento comes away with the ball. And now Malik Chow. Great ball in that from Lewis Hall. It really was. And Tonali was motoring in at the back post. But it was just too high for him. But good football, that from Newcastle. And that's what we've missed with Lewis Hall, is the overlap like that, where he could just bob down the left. And that's a good challenge by Joe Linton. Tonali now to Harvey Barnes. Barnes having a run at Nunez. Still Barnes. Hall in support again. Not much else for Lewis Hall, but back to Harvey Barnes. He's now found Bruno. Bruno, good ball across to Livramento. On to Murphy. Livramento again on the overlap. Murphy's cross. Voltemada! What a save that is from Donnarumma, by the way. That's an incredible save. Voltemada did all he could there. It was a brilliant header and an absolutely astonishing save from Donnarumma. And keeps it at 0-0. It's a brilliant save to his right. Voltemada does everything right. And that is a wonderful reflex save from Donnarumma, but that's why he's paid the big bucks. Fantastic save by the goalkeeper, and it's still 0-0, but that will give Newcastle a bit of oomph as Lewis Hall now chasing down Diaz. Hall is tripped. Goal kick, says the referee. Lewis Hall is convinced he should have had a penalty there. Now, will VAR check this? Hall is convinced that Ruben Diaz clipped him. Let's have another look. Nah, nothing in that for me. There's no trip. There's a slight little nudge there, but there's not enough for a penalty. There's definitely not enough for a penalty. But again, that will give Newcastle a lot of inspiration. Brilliant, brilliant football. Wonderful cross by Jacob Murphy. And a fantastic header by Voltemada. And that is a world-class save. It really is. He does have a mistake in him, does Donnarumma, but you know what? He is one of the best keepers in the world, and quite honestly, that's what we just saw there. Very, very close to Newcastle going ahead. Certainly the closest out of the two teams so far. And we're starting to really ramp it up a little bit here. Here's Livramento. Murphy. Oh, Livramento didn't realise the ball was at his feet. And he could have continued on there as Voltemada shuts down Donnarumma, who has to go long with the goal kick. Haaland flicks it on to Doku. Doku now. And it's not a great ball, that for O'Reilly. He's had to go scurrying back. And has to give it back to Donnarumma. Donnarumma now, just taking his time. Launches it forward again. And good defending by Chow. Because Haaland just stepped a little back, just back off him a little bit there. And he had to maintain his concentration. And of course he did. That's a foul on Bruno. Oh, Joe Linton won the ball and he could have played the advantage there. But he doesn't. Newcastle could have been away there because Joe Linton had won. It was a foul on Bruno, but Joe Linton had won the ball back and he was away. But good stuff from Joe Linton and Bruno there. But hey, I tell you what, we're starting to get going now. Slow start in the first 10 minutes, but we've been asking questions of Manchester City and could have been in front if not for a fantastic save from Donnarumma. But already we can see the difference with Livramento and Hall in the team. It just makes such a massive difference. Long ball from the free kick, flicked on by Chow. Share now back into the box, looking for Voltemada, who, well, incidentally, Haaland marking Voltemada at set pieces. But very close to getting another goal. And in goes Joe Linton. And he kicks the ball away as well. That's a bit silly, Joe. Don't be doing stupid things like that. Yeah, it's not a good challenge on Cherky, that. But just a free kick, no card. 16 minutes gone in the game, and Newcastle United are still 0-0 here with Man City as Doku breaks across the halfway line. Doku's got away from Joe Linton. This is danger. And now Haaland. Haaland takes it first time. Brilliant tackle by Livramento. Haaland decided to take it early instead of going towards goal, and Livramento threw himself in front of the ball. Here's Núñez for Manchester City. Down the line for Foden. Foden crosses it towards the back post. There's nobody there for Man City, and Livramento should clear this. He doesn't do very well. It only goes to O'Reilly. Not the best of clearances, that from Tino. But Newcastle do force City back. Guardiol now across to Diaz. Diaz to Doku. Again, City coming forward. Foden in a bit of space. And Foden's put it wide. And, well, they're claiming a foul. Foden had already shot the ball. Cher dived in. And I think this will go to VAR. Cher is basically laughing at Phil Foden. Foden believes he was taken out. Let's have another look at this one. Doku, brilliant ball into Foden. Cher gets across. Well, let's have another look, closer look here. Oh, dear me. I think that might be given. He'd already shot the ball. Now, that's the only thing. He's already released the ball. I mean, Pep isn't even appealing for a penalty, and I don't think... Is he still on the VAR? I don't know here. I don't think anything's been given. No, he's holding play up. They are looking at it. I mean, look, if that was, you know, in the middle of the pitch, I think that would be given as a foul. But because he'd already shot the ball, it's one of those contentious ones. And I have a feeling this is going to be a penalty, guys. It doesn't get Cher, just dives in. He gets nowhere near the ball. It's a reckless tackle from Fabian Cher. No doubt about it. He dives in. He's nowhere near the ball. Foden puts the shot wide, but he's taken Foden out. Cher's laughing, and I don't think it's being given. No, play has gone on. Well, I tell you what, I think we've got away with one there, guys. I don't like to say that, but I can only say what I've just seen. And I'm very, very surprised that's not a penalty. The only thing that went in Cher's favour there is the fact that, you know, Foden had already hit the shot. But it was a really reckless from Fabian Cher. Terribly reckless. But, well, listen, it was a fantastic ball from Doku into Foden. Now Barnes having a run at Núñez. Barnes taken down. No foul, says the referee. How can that not be a foul? Surely. Strange decisions very early in this game, by the way. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people are saying, well, he played the ball. Yes, he did. He played the ball. He'd already played the ball as in hit the shot. But, you know, if you make a tackle like that in the middle of the pitch after the ball's gone, you are going to get penalised. So I think we've got away with one there. But, hey, I'm pleased we got away with one. But City do look so dangerous on the attack. Lots of flying tackles going in. Baron von Fargon says it was a dive. I don't think it was a dive. Not in the slow-mo. Shea definitely caught him. Here's Nunez for City. Inside. Nico gives it to Bernardo Silva. Silva's got O'Reilly to his left in plenty of space here. Back to Bernardo Silva. And now Nico. Bernardo Silva again. Little 1-2s with Nico here. They're not going anywhere. Guardiol. He's such a talented player, Guardiol. He really is superb on the ball. Bernardo Silva again. Doku inside of him. Doku faces the goal. Goes for a run. One pass, two. And the shot is eventually blocked. Chipped away. Not brilliant ball that by Tonali either. And Doku's in again. Pulled back by Livramento. Oh, my goodness me. I tell you what, there was no appeals from Man City. But he was pulled back on the edge of the box. My God. Heart and mouth stuff. Dear me. I'm really surprised Doku didn't make any appeal. Just seeing his first shot there. I mean, it hits Chow. They're appealing for handball. Chow's hands are in a perfectly... I mean, where's he supposed to put his hand there? You can't give that as a penalty. Shea going hard in on Haaland, but the City come away with the ball here. And now this is Ryan Cherky. Cuts inside. Livramento's had to come across. Foden for City now. Back to Diaz. And now Cherky. Nunez. Cherky. Again, City with this patient build-up for straight Newcastle. Nico. Diaz. Diaz again. Inside for Nico. Guardiol to Bernardo Silva, who's coming very deep to receive the ball at the minute. But they just pass it around so well. And you've got to take into consideration that all of this possession, it tires Newcastle out. It tires them out because we're chasing the ball all the time. And Bruno said that in interviews before, when they're chasing the ball, it's very hard. It takes its toll, but we're doing all right. As Tonali goes in on Doku and wins the ball back. Fantastic stuff from Tonali. Livramento now. Back to Chow. Chow in his own penalty area. Beautiful ball across to Lewis Hall. Under so much pressure from Haaland there. Stayed really calm and put a beautiful ball to Hall, who is now motoring up that left-hand side. Barnes skipped past Cherky. Barnes into Waltemada. Little 1-2 doesn't come off. It comes to Joe Linton though. Back to Bruno. Bruno swings it out to the right-hand side for Murphy, who found a bit of space. Murphy again, his head is up. In comes across again, this time too deep for everybody. Hall is going to keep it in, though, for Newcastle. Gets it back now to Bruno. Bruno, nothing much in front of him at the minute. Being forced back. Chow, little ball to Shea. Shea to Hall. Hall again. Back to Shea now, who's on the halfway line. Just lost a bit of momentum from that attack there. Lewis Hall's got it back. And now back to Fabian Shea. We're back in our own half now, but maintaining possession. And then Shea hits a ball looking for the run of Jacob Murphy. Doesn't quite find him. Now Doku skips in front of Tonali. Doku falls to the floor. I have to say, that looked a bit dodgy. Threw himself to the floor like he'd been shot there. I don't think that was a free kick at all. But he is causing a lot of problems for us, Jeremy Doku, at the minute. And now Bernardo Silva again coming very deep to get the ball to O'Reilly. Back to Bernardo Silva. Deep in his own half. Looking for somebody to make a run. Haaland. And now here come Manchester City again. Ryan Cherky flicks it out wide to O'Reilly. Back again to Cherky. Skips past a couple of Newcastle players. And is taken out late by Tonali. And that's a free kick to Manchester City. Cherky once again rolling around like he's been poleaxed. And that's not the first time he's done that in this game, by the way. He's gone for a roll around. It was Voldemar that caught him, actually, not Tonali. It's But no need to walk around the floor, roll around the floor like that, especially now he's got back up and he's just making his way towards the penalty area. But Man City, they're not one of them teams that pumps it into the box, are they? They take a short one. And it hasn't gone their way. And now Bruno, now Toon Army. Murphy's made a great run. It's gone the other side to Barnes. Barnes has done really well. And Voldemort is in. Great save again, Donnarumma. Brilliant save to his right-hand side. And Newcastle could have been 2-0 up here. And Donnarumma has kept Man City in this game with 2 brilliant saves, despite the possession being all Manchester City. And an offside against Man City again. But originally I thought they'd gone the wrong way because Murphy had made a superb run. But he went to Barnes. Barnes did incredibly well and then played in Voldemort. And again, a brilliant save by Donnarumma to his right-hand side. And we are certainly asking questions in this first half. Barnes again. Hall. Barnes. Joe Linton. Hall again. Tries to play Joe Linton in. And Joe Linton closes down Diaz. And a throw into Manchester City. But I tell you what, a lovely move there. Tonali, I'm not sure whether he saw Murphy, but he definitely saw Barnes. Barnes holds onto it, plays a lovely ball to Voldemort, and Voldemort just hits it on the 18-yard box. It's sort of hit towards the near post, and it's a good save. It's a good save by Donnarumma, getting down quickly and palming it away for Manchester City. But is this again, chances not being taken? Will we rue them later in the game? Ronan says, will we rue these misses? Hopefully not, Ronan. Here's Tonali. Left-footed cross into the box. There's nobody in the box for Newcastle. And Donnarumma quickly gets on with it throughout to O'Reilly, but across comes Livramento and does really well. Here's Livramento again, inside. Lovely 1-2. And Livramento now. Oh, great tackle. And Livramento's gone down. Gvardiol made the tackle. I'm not sure what he's given here. Tino's holding his... oh, no. Please, no. Go on, get up. Eddie Howe grimacing as Livramento is down. And considering we got no fucking right backs, he's back on his feet, Tino Livramento, but he's not moving very well at all. He hasn't had to have treatment, which I'm not sure, whether that's a good or bad thing, but he's struggling. He's really struggling, Tino, there. But it is a Newcastle corner, which Lewis Hall will take. And we've got some height in that box. Obviously, Man City do as well, but... And instead, it's Murphy. And see what he was trying to do, take it to the edge of the box for Tonali to hit his shot. Unfortunately, didn't come off, and it's all the way back to Nick Pope. Pope now goes long and to absolutely nobody and out for a goal kick to Manchester. That is a terrible ball by Pope. And of course it is. I mean, are we even surprised? I mean, he's just launched that down the field to absolutely fucking nobody and straight out of play. Well, it's a goalkeeper. Tino limping. Yes, he is still limping, but hopefully he's okay. He hasn't asked for any treatment. As Haaland again going into battle with Fabian Schär. And Haaland got round him, but Schär did enough, and Chow picked up the pieces. Bruno now. Back to Chow, and now Fabian Schär. Got to be careful here. Man City pressing high. Oh, Hall skipped past. Oh, it's superb from Lewis Hall. I mean, this kid... How anybody can't say he's England's best left-back, I do not know. He is an absolute sensation. And now Livramento on the other side. Seems to be moving a bit more freely now. He's certainly making a run towards goal here again. Bruno. And now Lewis Hall. Harvey Barnes. Barnes has looked very lively in this game. Right-footed cross. It's a delicious ball into the box. Well cleared by City, though. And Turkey will look to break, but Bruno comes across and tackles and again screams at the Milburn stand. And do you know what? I mean, to be fair, we were slow starting in the first 10 minutes, but we haven't half come into the game. And in fact, we've had the two best chances. We should be 2-0 up. I mean, Man City maybe should have had a penalty. We'll gloss over that. But it's not been a bad performance this by Newcastle at all. Here's Voldemar. Lovely play again. Murphy. Barnes! Oh, how's he missed? You have to be fucking kidding me, Harvey. How have you missed that? Oh, my God, no. How have you missed that, Harvey Barnes? Brilliant move again. A fantastic ball through. Murphy whips it in. He's onside. He just has to tap it in, and he's put it wide. That is a huge miss again from Harvey Barnes. That is two absolute sitters that he's missed in this first half. I don't think he was offside. People say I'm cutting out again. You know, I don't have any words for this microphone anymore, guys. Oh, man. Unbelievable. Oh dear. I don't know, guys. It's just so annoying when we get opportunities like that. Harvey Barnes has missed two absolute sitters. Absolute sitters. I mean, he's played well, Harvey Barnes, this afternoon. He's played well. You don't cut out, Paul. It's where your voice raises in excitement. Your filter controls it. Yeah, that's basically what's happening. And Manchester City now have a corner. And the thing is, I'm quiet now. Okay, hang on. There we go. Is that okay now, guys? Can everybody hear me? Let me know if the sound's back up. Man City here with a couple of corners. We're too loud, Paul. No, yeah, I'm good. Sound good. Perfect. Okay, great. Well, Man City have another corner here. Foden to take. Oh, dear me. Talk about missed chances. I mean, it's mad. And it comes again from the corner, headed away at the near post by Malik Chow. Bouncing around. Shea gets his head to it. Bit of head tennis going on here. Shot comes in wide of the post from Ryan Cherky, and a goal kick to Newcastle. Oh, dear. I mean, look, it's one of those games, guys. It is one of those games at the minute where, you know, we've had opportunities. I think we've played well in this first half. We played really well. And, you know, first 10 minutes, yeah, we were a little bit weird. Manchester City, a lot of possession, started very strongly, but we've come into it. We've really come into this. And I think we've actually done all right in this first half so far. Tonali. Haaland didn't want to know there. Totally bottled that going in with Tonali, but it's flicked on. Foden. And Shea's got to be careful here, and just clears the ball away. I think we have played some very, very good football, especially in the build-up to the chances we've had. It's been good to watch. Ronan says, unforgivable. Seriously not good enough in these games. 2 years ago, win this. Well, I think we're playing well. We are playing some magnificent football, says Eric. Some of the moves have been good, but they're in here. Haaland. Oh, Nick Pope saved it. I don't think he knew anything about it, guys. I mean, he's flicked it as Voldemar goes down under a challenge from Guardiola, free kick to Newcastle. But I do not think Nick Pope knew anything about that. It's just hit him. I'm sure we'll get a replay of that in a minute, but City completely cut through us there. As we're looking at Guardiola, I mean, he's literally wrestled Voldemort down to the floor. But this is the Man City. He is Doku. It's a brilliant run. I mean, he gets in behind. I mean, Pope just it hits him. I mean, let's have a look on the slow-mo for a save. I mean, he just sticks his stomach out and saves it with his stomach. That's mad, but that's what he's there to do. Stop the ball. I can't believe Guardiola wasn't actually booked for that foul there. We are certainly in this game. We are giving Man City a really good game here. Newcastle free kick, headed away by Haaland. Comes to Hall. Little dink over the top for Tonali. Tonali first time towards the penalty area. It's going to drop for Harvey Barnes. Barnes, though, this time can't get through the gap. Good closing down again, though, by... I think that's Barnes again. Great work from Harvey by Cher, sorry. And Cher's down the left-hand side here. Haaland comes across and takes the ball off him. And Manchester City, well, dare I say, just hoof the ball away. Oh, Malik Chow. Superb composure there. Now Bruno. And Bruno, delightful ball across to Murphy. That is a fantastic pass by Bruno. Now Murphy. Little ball inside. Can Murphy get across in here? No, he's seen out and a goal kick to Manchester City. Oh, Murphy, you've got to be stronger there, Murph, unfortunately. Against class defenders like that, you have to be a lot stronger. But we wanted Manchester City to know that they've been in a game, guys, and that's exactly what we're seeing. Sky's commentators are biased against Newcastle. Get away. Well, that's why we tell people to turn the sound off and listen to us. Because you get unbiased commentary on here. And we are working on hopefully getting some sound effects with like crowd noises, not from the game, but just putting some crowd noises in to try and enhance the show for you. Cher, lovely ball across to Livramento. Inside for Tonali. Tonali onto Murphy. Can Murphy get there? Yes, he can. Jacob Murphy now down the right-hand side. And he can't get the cross in. But we do win a corner. Vardiol sticking out the leg there and blocking the shot, blocking the cross from Murphy. But I tell you what, we've performed in this first half. It's definitely better. There's no doubt about that. But we have to maintain it, of course, and keep frustrating Manchester City. But we should be ahead. That's the frustrating thing here. We should be leading this game. Tonali's going to take this corner. It's going to be an outswinger this time. Here it comes. Not great, but it just gets flicked on. Hall at the edge of the box. Little half volley, and nobody is going to challenge Donnarumma, and it's in his arms. Not much Lewis Hall could do with that there. There wasn't many players behind him. So he had to play it forward, but again, we're having to avoid the offside there, which was the problem. Doku now for City, trying to get past Murphy, and can't. And a free kick, throw into Man City. I'll get my words out eventually, guys. Here's Bernardo Silva. I mean, City, they haven't seen, they dominated the first 10 minutes. They had so much, 80% possession or something, wasn't it, in the first 10 minutes? But we have had by far the better chances. Haaland, of course, that was a big opportunity for him. And Fabian Cher brings down Haaland. Haaland cried to the referee asking for a yellow card. But City have already taken the free kick and he's miles out. Doku, and a good challenge coming in again from Livramento. And the ball falls for Tonali, but he switched off a bit there. Voldemort, though, helps him out. And then Murphy is chopped down by O'Reilly. And this referee, I don't think he's actually brought his yellow card with him. Genuinely don't think he's brought it. Nick's pick says people can't find out our weakness. Now Byrne is not on the field. Hall and Tino have been missed. We look dangerous. As we're looking, speaking of Dan Byrne, we're looking at him in the stands there. But I tell you, it has made the world a difference. Absolutely no doubt about it. These two fullbacks have made such a difference to the way we play. Here's O'Reilly for Manchester City, pressed again by Murphy. And he just dispatches Jacob Murphy and now has a run at Livramento. Doku now. Doku. Tonali all over him. Now Nico with a bit of space for City. In for Foden. I haven't mentioned Phil Foden for quite a while. Here's Bernardo Silva. Doku again. Manchester City at walking pace at the moment. Here's Phil Foden. Haaland. And it's very, very tightly knit in there. Haaland again trying to bulldoze his way through. And it comes out to Nunez here. Nunez looking to try and clip the ball in, but there's nobody really available. And he has to turn and go back to Diaz. Diaz back to Nunez. Nunez inside again for Diaz. Foden. But again, Newcastle forcing City back. But again, Man City just so good with the ball. Brilliant ball by Foden. And unfortunately for them, Nunez couldn't take it with him. And it's a goal kick to the Toon. Super chat from Ronan says, we need to put the ball in the net. It's a waste of time otherwise, Paul. They will get an easy chance and that will be it. It's coming from them. We are playing our purple patch. Make it count. Well, we've had three very, very good opportunities. Haaland's had the best one for Manchester City. And you could say it was saved by Nick Pope. I'm not sure whether it was classed as a save or whether it just hit him. Share now with a long ball. Doesn't find anybody in a black and white shirt. Here's Diaz. Oh, that's a good ball. Foden now. A little bit of space for Foden to run into here. And Nunez is catching. This is a chance. Cherky back to Foden. And he's put it wide. What an opportunity for Manchester City. Foden to Cherky. Back to Foden. And he puts it wide. Incredible. You just do not expect Foden to miss from there. It looked like a certain goal. He's done the right thing. He's gone to put it in the far corner, but he's put too much on it. And it's curled slightly wide. Massive chance for Manchester City. And again, Pep can't believe that that's gone wide. So we are really at the moment, right now, we'll look a little bit when it comes to the last few minutes. We've kind of let Man City back into it again. But listen, it's Manchester City. They're going to get opportunities. 8 attempts for City, 4 for Newcastle. But we have had 3 on target to their 2. But Donnarumma's made 2 wonderful saves. Here's Joe Linton. Well played by him. Back to Fabian Schär. Malik Chow. Nothing ahead of him. Goes, just put enough on that to get to Schär. But Schär's ball is poor. Straight to Nunez again. And it puts Manchester City on the attack with Nico. But luckily, Nico kind of slowed it down and let us get men back behind the ball there. Gvardiol to Diaz. And again, Newcastle setting up in that 4-5-1 defensive formation. Making it difficult for Man City, but City just, again, little 1-2s, little sharp passes. But we're holding our own here. We're holding our ground. Doku now finds a bit of space. Has another run at Murphy. Cuts inside of Murphy far too easily. Haaland with a flick. And that's over the bar. And it's a goal kick to Newcastle United. Again, good defending by Newcastle on Haaland. I think it's Malik Chow this time who keeps his eye on the big man and just put him off there as he tries to flick it towards goal and behind for a goal kick. Now, the important thing for me is that we don't let City score before half-time. I'd love to score for Newcastle, but we'll see. I don't think we'll get a lot of injury time, to be honest. But we're inside the final minute of the first half. And to be fair, we certainly don't deserve to be behind. We should be ahead. But it's still 0-0. Remember, guys, keep hitting that subscribe button for us as we look to continue to grow the award-winning Toon Review YouTube channel. I'll never get tired of saying that, to be fair. I just won't. I don't think any of us will. Donnarumma now has the ball. Closing seconds of the first half. I don't think we've had a trainer on the field. Oh, that's a foul by Livramento, but it comes to Haaland. Foden looking for Doku. And Pope is out, but he's given a free kick to Manchester City. Foul by Bruno. And again, Haaland twisting on at the referee, as is Bernardo Silva. It's a lovely little flick by Nico, that, and taken out. A clear foul by Bruno. Very, very late challenge. But you know what? We've seen them from Manchester City in this first half as well. So I really don't know what Haaland's crying about. We know he likes to have a good whinge on, doesn't he, to the referee? But this is where we need to keep our wits about us. It's a free kick. It's the last few seconds. 2 minutes of additional time, by the way, at the end of the half. So we need to have our wits about us here. And not concede a goal. Just get the ball away and let's just settle it down again. Go into the dressing room, regroup, and come back out because we should be winning this game. Foden plays it low in towards Haaland. Too much pace on it, and Pope comes out and wins the ball. So inside the final minute now of the additional 2. Joe Linton to Tonali. Tonali. Murphy now. Can we have one last effort? I think Voltemada's a long way offside there, but Barnes isn't. But Nunes gets there and nods it safely back to his goalkeeper. Let's not forget, though, guys, Harvey Barnes has missed 2 real sitters. Real sitters. One in the first few minutes of the game, which, how he's missed that, I don't know. And then an open goal. Possible offside if it had gone in, but we'll never know now. Voltemada's forced 2 very good saves out of Donnarumma. So all in all, I think Newcastle have played really well. Lewis Hall. It's absolutely fantastic to see Livramento and Hall back. It just is. They make Newcastle United look so different. They just look so much a better team. Pope will launch this, and that will be half-time. And I think a very, very satisfactory first half for Newcastle. To be fair, it was a hard slog the first 10 minutes of the game, no doubt about that. But boy, oh boy, have we come into it. Great save a world-class save from Donnarumma from a header from Voltemada. A shot from Voltemada towards the near post. Good save again. But Harvey Barnes will be really disappointed that he did not convert the 2 chances he's had. One, scrappy kick out from Donnarumma. Good challenge. I think it was Joe Linton. And then it felt to Barnes. He had nothing in front of him but the goal. And he tries to curl it round Donnarumma. It was basically a powder puff shot, guys. Easily saved. And then a wonderful ball in from Murphy. Was he offside? Don't know. But he put it wide. And that was the frustrating thing. But all in all, 0-0 at half-time. I'll take that any day of the week. We look much better with the 2 full-backs that we have on that pitch right now. I'm not saying really on the right-hand side because Trippier's a very good player, but the left-hand side looks just so different. And, it makes a big difference. Sophie says, is this just us getting up for a big game? I want to see this in every game. But fair first half, no team the better, to be honest. That's the big thing. And I guess that's what we will see in future games is whether, this is just one of those things under the lights again where we get up for the game. But hey, we can only play one game at a time. And right now we're playing very well against Manchester City. Very well indeed. I'm liking what I'm seeing so far today. But it's about maintaining that. City will come at us again in the second half. There's no doubt about that. But we can go back at them. And I do believe that we can do that. We can go back at them and give them some hell. Spike with the super chat says both teams missing sitters. And I think the ref has been fair. I think the refs forgot his yellow card, to be honest. I think there was a couple of yellow card challenges in that first half, which he's completely just let go. Which is genuinely incredible. But I'm not going to kick off about that because I think that's great. Carter, member for 38 months, says, agree with you, Paul. Hall and Tino, pure class. We have badly missed share pass and looks ropey. And as for Barnes, holy shit. Yeah, but listen, I know I've just said Barnes has missed 2 sitters, but I don't think Harvey Barnes has actually had a bad game. I think Harvey Barnes has played quite well. And I'm really pleased with what I've seen by Harvey Barnes, to be honest. So I can't complain. I can complain at his misses, however, but not his performance. I think they've all played okay. Everybody's doing a job tonight. There's not one player really that looks like they're off their game. There is players there who are standing up for each other. And there'll be the odd mistake in the game, absolutely. You know, Joe Linton gave the ball away. It was nearly a goal for Manchester City that came from that little giveaway. But there will be the odd mistake. But I'm not seeing a team today like I've seen in the past couple of Premier League games. I'm seeing a team with a bit of fight and a bit of desire not to, certainly not to lose this game. We should be ahead by 2 goals at least, I would say. City have had their chances. Foden should definitely have scored. Haaland, little flick, hit Nick Pope. Then, of course, the one where Haaland looked like he was through. Pope comes screaming off his line. I think, looking back at that, Nick Pope did very well there because I think he forced Haaland into a quick decision. Haaland couldn't then get the ball and run towards goal and then decide where he's going to put it. The fact that as soon as he got his head up, Nick Pope was there and he had to decide what he was going to do very, very, very quickly. So, yeah, there's been good chances at both ends. I mean, Donnarumma's save from that Voltemata header was just simply world-class, and that's what you'll get from Donnarumma every day of the week. He is a world-class goalkeeper and kind of proved it with that save. The second one was a bit more comfortable, obviously. I think Voltemata just sort of scuffed the shot a little bit, but all in all, can't complain. Stephen with us wearing my TTR sweatshirt while watching in California. Fantastic, buddy. And Philia, member for 7 months, says, well done with the award. Never stop. I disagree at times, but that's what I like about this channel. Never personal, just different opinions. Absolutely. And we'll always be like that, mate. Going toe-to-toe with a fantastic City team. Barnes criminal finishing. Well done on the award. Much love, TTR family. Thank you for being a member for 37 months as well. You know what it is? It's crazy because for so long now we've said, oh, Barnes is the best finisher at the club. Barnes is this, Barnes is that, and he's proved to be horrific today. But that's going to happen, guys. He's going to miss chances, but we can't rue too many. When you get them against Manchester City, you can't rue those opportunities because you have to believe that you're not going to get another one very soon. But I mean, we've had a few. Edward says, thanks, Paul, as always. Newcastle, 2 pieces of silverware in 2025. First the Carabao and then TTR. Good to see the players' efforts back today. Indeed it is. It's absolutely fantastic. Guys, I'll be back with you in a couple of moments. Just have to take a quick toilet break. So I will see you in a moment. There you go. There's a little bit of Daisy for you guys. Our channel mascot having a bit of a swing on the wrecking ball there. Just for a little bit of fun. We haven't seen Daisy for a while, have we? Dave Lamb says, sorry you didn't make the awards, Paul. I'm type 1 diabetic and know how much of a bar steward it is to control. It's a pain in the arse, David, to be honest. I mean, yeah, I could have got the train, but when you're making an emergency decision like that, I have to think of the kids and stuff like that I need to be home. If I'd got the train, I didn't know whether I was going to get a train back in time and things like that. So it was a pain in the arse. But listen, I was there in spirit, as we saw from the photos. Those of you who missed the announcement that we actually got the silver award in the Premier League Content Creators at the Football Content Awards. Here's a little montage for you of what actually happened and the photos from the awards. So there you go. That was a bit of what the evening was like. Of course, Sam and Alex representing the Toon Review and certainly representing us in a very joyful way when we got the award as well. It was absolutely superb, and it still hasn't really sunk in with a lot of us because we got that award ahead of some very, very, very big channels, and it just proves really how far we've come. And of course, you guys it was 50% voting for you and 50% from the judges. So to know that so many of you voted for us was absolutely fantastic. We can't be more proud. And like I said the other day, from sitting with an iPhone in the kitchen, just doing a few videos on Newcastle to where we are now, it just seems a million miles away. It really does. So thank you again, everybody. Please do keep subscribing if you are new to the channel. The only thing that we do ask for is to hit the notification bell so you never miss any uploads or live shows. Sell all our wingers and check if Ben Arthur still kicks a ball. Our line's too rigid. City kill with line break pass. Guys, come on, let's be a bit more positive here. Seriously, I think we need to be a bit more positive. We've had a rough time, but we're drawing 0-0 with Manchester City and should be ahead at half time. I think now is certainly not the time to be negative. Let's see how this next 45 goes. And obviously we'll talk about it at the end of the game. But to be fair, I'm pretty pleased with our performance today. Samsonite says, massive congrats on the award. Great work, Paul, Billy, Alex, Sam, Susan, and all the mods. Mug arrived safely in Bonnie, Copenhagen. Toon. Great news, matey. We do have a store, guys. If you want to get some Toon Review merchandise, it is just, you need to go to the toonreview.com or to scan that QR code in the top corner right now. We've got hoodies, t-shirts, caps, loads of stuff, mugs, all sorts. So if you want to head towards the toonreview.com for all your merchandise and scan the QR code on the screen and get yourself some merch and support the channel that way. Now, also, we have teamed up with Lineup Builder, of course, who provide our graphics. Fantastic guys at Lineup Builder. They have daily quizzes on their website now, football quizzes to go against your family members or friends. They are renewed every day, the quizzes as well. So there's new ones on each day for you to challenge yourself with. Just scan the QR code in the top corner there. And it is linked somewhere in the description as well. But it's easier to scan the QR code and it will take you straight there if you want to do that. Or maybe come back after the show and watch it on a rerun and then just find this spot again and hit that QR code. Some fantastic quizzes on there. Guess the player. There's bingo on there. There's all sorts to really challenge yourselves with your football knowledge. So give it a go, guys. And thank you once again to Lineup Builder for their assistance in the graphics. Fantastic guys there. Iropa, member for 25 months. You have a store. Why didn't you say something? Toon. Hey, leave me alone. I have to promote the business. Didn't TTR beat an all-singing, all-dancing Man City YouTuber? Yeah, we did actually, yes. A much bigger channel than ours, it has to be said. But look, it's not about, it's about you guys, to be honest. You know, you put the votes in, and yes, you know, 50% was actually the judges as well. So to know that the judges have voted for us as well is quite an honor. It really is. And given that there was 29,000 nominations, unbelievable. From 29,000 nominations to where we are now, to get second. And a Leeds United channel won. And they've only been in the Premiership 2 minutes. So I was a little baffled as to why they were in the Premier League and the Football League categories as well. But I don't care. We won an award, and that's what stands out the most before anything. Mark with a super chat saying, where is Billy? I miss his dulcet tones. I usually have a shot every time you see his name for a match reaction. Not sure how I'm still alive. He is in hospital at the moment, mate. He had a nasty bout of gastroenteritis early last week, or over last weekend, actually, and had to go into hospital. He is still there now, but he's doing much, much better. And I'm hoping he'll be with us for the Marseille game on Tuesday night. So, yeah, we wish Billy all the best. I spoke to him after we won the award. He's in very, very good spirits. And just getting his strength back now. It's all about getting strength back. Feels a bit weak, but he'll be top of the morning soon. He'll be top of the morning. Guys, we're on 44,010 subs. We have crossed the 44,000 barrier. Thank you so much. What a week this has been for the Toon Review. Thank you so much, guys. Incredible. Thank you. The player, keep subscribing, guys. We want to build as far as we can go. My grey beard turned back to brown with full backs that aren't 400 years combined. Thanks for everything, Burn and Trippier. Tripp's still my favourite player. Indeed. We're getting ready for kick-off for the second half. Remember, no spoilers in the chat, please. Let's all enjoy it together. And the second half is now underway at St James's Park, 0-0 between Newcastle and Man City. Live commentary here on Matchday Live on the Toon Review. And immediately we're on the attack down the left-hand side. If Barnes can keep it in, he can. Harvey Barnes into the box. And it's deflected away. And is it a corner offside? No, he's given a corner. Good positive start to the second half. Absolutely. By the way, guys, just to remind you, at the end of the game, I'll be doing my reaction recording on YouTube. That'll be out a bit later on tonight. But straight after this show, head across to Evermore NUFC. Chris will give you his immediate match reaction live. So please do head across to Evermore NUFC at the end of my show here on Matchday Live. And Chris does a live match reaction. So it's a brilliant channel. So please go and follow them. Oh, how hasn't that gone in the net? It's Voldemort that got the flick on, and somehow, it's gone wide of the post. Brilliant in-swing and corner, and it just needed somebody to put the ball in the net. It seems like it's hit the back of Malik Chow and somehow stayed out. That's incredible. Geordie God, thank you for your super chat. Much appreciated, my friend. Well, what a start to the second half that would have been. Again, another great opportunity. And that's a handball by Doku there, but referee gives nothing away. Doku's gone to the floor holding his face. Newcastle get on with it, and rightly so. Doku, get up, you wuss, is what I'll say to him. Barnes now to Bruno, and now Malik Chow. Chow clips one towards Livramento. Livramento took his eye off the ball for a brief second there, and it whizzes out for a throw to Manchester City. I don't think there was anything wrong with Doku there because he's on the ball now. And again, tries to take on Jacob Murphy. And again, he cries because he doesn't get a free kick. And that's not a great ball from Chow, though. Let's give it straight back to Doku. And his ball in is then cleared by Fabian Schär. Again, just don't drop your concentration levels, guys. We do not want to see that happening. Diaz has the ball now for Manchester City. Pedro with a member for 5 months. Congratulations on the award. Well deserved. Next year we go for gold. Let's go, boys. Toon. Yeah, we certainly will go for gold. But the fact is, it's still an award. We've won the silver award. And for me, that's incredible. Out of 29,000 nominations. But Doku now plays it through for Haaland. Haaland's going against Malik Chow. Haaland. Oh, Chow says no. That's a wonderful tackle from Malik Chow. Oh, but Joe Linton's farting about, and we got away with that there. But Malik Chow stands up to Haaland and just takes the ball off him. He tries to cut inside of Chow here. Chow's having none of it. Tries to cut inside, then go outside. Chow just keeps his eye firmly on the ball and makes a tackle when he has to and takes it away from Erling Haaland. Wonderful play from the big German. But Man City coming back at us again here. This is an opportunity. Bernardo over the bar. And again, it's swinging both ways again this match. It really is. It's like a man on a nudist beach, wiggling from side to side, swinging that schlong. It's going end-to-end stuff, guys. That wasn't actually far away from Bernardo, but probably should have done better given his quality. But I tell you what, the first 4 minutes have been incredibly entertaining in this second half. Both teams really going at it. But we're just giving the ball away a little too easily there. And here's Bernardo again. Ryan Cherky. Inside for Bernardo, but he's took a heavy touch. And Hall does well to see him out. Goal kick to Newcastle. Very, very clever player is Bernardo. But again, Lewis Hall just seeing him out there. I mean, if I was to say who's going to win now, I think, to be fair, I think it might be a 1-goal game, this. And a lot of people thought it might be a high-scoring game, given the way that City have been slamming the ball in and the way we've gone. But I tell you what, very good performance so far. But we just don't want to drop the concentration levels, which we've seen in the past. Nick Pope has the ball at his feet. Hence why I didn't say anything, because I'm crapping myself at the time. Every time he gets the ball, I'm just not confident that anything good is going to come from it. We've got another super chat from David Lamb. Great to listen to commentary from the award-winning Toon Review channel. Thanks, David. Really appreciate that, buddy. Keep subscribing, guys. Bottom right-hand corner, just click on that logo, click subscribe, and come and be part of this incredible community that we have on the Toon Review. Man City just beginning to push Newcastle back a little bit here after that very quick start to the second half from us. Nice little passing here. Phil Foden now for City. Gvardiol will bring it left again for O'Reilly. O'Reilly inside to Foden. O'Reilly, not much ahead of him down the left-hand side. Goes inside to Doku, who is tripped up by Toon Army, and Doku now decides to go for a roll around. There was nothing in that. It's a little trip by Toon Army, and Doku's just rolling around pathetically again. I mean, it's not... I mean, Gordon Bennett, there's no need to roll around like that. I'd be embarrassed if I did that on a football field. I'd honestly feel embarrassed. And the referee chatting to both captains here. And I think he's maybe trying to mention that Manchester City, he's not going to take much more of the players complaining every time there's a free kick. So I think that's what the referee wanted to chat with the captains about. Dogswood says, congrats on the award, Paul, and TDR crew, well deserved. Member for 38 months. Thank you very much, guys. Cherky and Bernardo over this ball here. It doesn't come into the box. It goes short again. Here's Phil Foden. Foden's ball in now, looking for Haaland. Cleared away at the edge of the box. Nunez swings it left for Doku. Doku has Murphy and Livramento, but the offside flag is up. And the frustration is there for all to see in the face of Jeremy Doku right now. Newcastle pushed out. Was he offside? I'm not sure he was. Dear me. That's fingernail stuff. Dr. House, a member for 32 months, says, congratulations on the award. You all deserve it. Great achievement. And by far the best channel on YouTube. Love you guys, Toon. Thank you very, very much, Dr. House. Big part of the channel, of course. I was once again looking at a very frustrating looking Pep Guardiola. Here's Haaland. Can't get there. Shah puts his big foot through it. And O'Reilly has to get this away because he's closed down very quickly by Toon Army. And again, Ricochet goes straight out of play for Man City just to settle things down with a throw in. But we certainly do look dangerous when we push forward. Long ball by O'Reilly. Only finds Livramento. His headed down. Tonali again. Looks like he's certainly got his engine back. He's all over the pitch tonight. Nice play by Foden, though. Cherky sends it out now for Bernardo Silva. Silva's got an overlap from Nunez. It's 2-on-1 on Lewis Hall's side at the minute. Here comes Nunez. Ball across, blocked by Schär. Very, very good defending again from Fabian Schär. And it's out for a throw in to Manchester City. Bernardo Silva again. Nunez. Ball in. This is a chance for Manchester City. And Nick Pope is there. Very, very tight angle for Cherky to pull that ball back anyway. And now that's a good ball. Barnes. Good play by Barnes. And now Murphy. Bruno. He's got Lewis Hall to his left. Newcastle now asking a question. Bruno tries to slide in for Voldemar. Not a great ball, that. It was never going to hit the intended target. Tonali again, though, wins it back. Brilliant tenacity from the Italian there to win it back for the Toon. A little 1-2 with Lewis Hall, with Fabian Schär now. Schär knocks it back to Nick Pope for Newcastle to regroup again. Not really a great ball that from Bruno through to Voldemar. Voldemar made a good run, but not enough pace on the ball. Tonali. Again, not panicking when he's closed down. And all the way back again for Nick Pope. Ball at his feet, launches it forward. It's actually a good one this time. Finds Livramento. Murphy is about 10 yards offside. That's poor from Jacob Murphy. I mean, he's got to be aware of how far he was offside there. As we look at Johan Wissa. I thought it was Will.i.am for a second there, but it's definitely Wissa. Up there in the players' boxes watching the game. I bet he's so frustrated. He is itching to be out there. There's no doubt about it. It's not his fault he's injured. He'll be itching to be out there wearing that number 9. Trying to get some goals for Newcastle. But at the minute, God knows when he's coming back. Will.i.am. Yeah, Will.i.am. Murphy looks to the referee for a foul, but not sure what he gave there. No foul. It's just going to be a throw in, which Livramento will take. Certainly Livramento taking his time with his throw in here. Finally gets it underway and finds Joe Linton. Now Fabian Scher. Quick ball up to Lewis Hall. Hall turns, left-footed ball down the line for Harvey Barnes. Nunes reads it well, though. And now Nico. And now a chance for Manchester City to break. They're getting men forward. Doku. Doku's touch is horrific. And Malik Chow with a sensational piece of skill. Just to backheel the ball to Bruno and get Newcastle moving again. Joe Linton this time out to Murphy on this near side. Murphy's first time ball in. It's a beauty. And again, Voltemade denied by a brilliant save. It's unbelievable, man. It is incredible. It was a brilliant first-time ball in from Murphy. That is incredible. Murphy just looks up. I think there's an offside being given somewhere here, but brilliant first-time ball in from Murphy. Voldemar is onside. And it's a brilliant save again. He just can't put it far enough past the goalkeeper. I mean, it's a very simple... It's close to the goalkeeper. But he still has to get down and save it. And he's flopped it over the bar. But I think an offside was given because we didn't get a corner from that. So, I mean, looking at them replays, I think that was incredible. It didn't look very close to offside, but didn't look like there was going to be an offside. But either way, Donnarumma saves it again, but it's been given as an offside. And now Manchester City coming on the attack with O'Reilly down this left-hand side. Nothing in front of him. Foden inside now for Nico. Nico in turn now to Nunes on the right-hand side. Nunes has Bernardo Silva. Silva pointing where he wants somebody to run. But again, good defending by Newcastle pushing City back. Gvardiol now, who knows about getting a goal at St James's Park. Doku running again at Livramento, heading towards the penalty area. Back to Foden. Foden, left foot ball and looking for Haaland. Good block again. Good defending, Fabian Scher. Haaland could only get a weak header on it straight in the arms of Nick Pope. That was never going to beat the goalkeeper. But again, Newcastle centre-backs doing the job of putting Haaland off when the ball comes in. That was right on his head from Foden, but he couldn't generate any power because of the defending by Fabian Scher this time. Voltemade now brings it down beautifully, but again, loses the ball this time to Foden. And now Doku again. Doku goes down and give away, referee. Tonali furious at that. I mean, Doku's done nothing but throw himself to the floor all fucking night. I mean, that is a pathetic dive from Doku. Pathetic. Cheating bastard. Peter Garthwaite says, why can't we play like this against lower teams? Well, we'll find out in the next few games, won't we? Let's just concentrate on this one for now and try and get something out of this. Bernardo Silva has the ball for Manchester City. Now Nico. Nothing much in front of him. Back to Bernardo Silva. And again, it's a good block this by Newcastle United. Oh, Joe, there was no need to go into Bernardo Silva like that, man. Bernardo passes the ball and then Joe Linton charges into him. There's no need to do that. It's a silly shove. It's a silly barge by Joe Linton. Really got to cut that out, man. It's pathetic. He passed the ball. There was no need to make that. That one was a genuine foul. Doku is pathetic, by the way he's throwing himself to the fucking floor. But Man City were going nowhere there, and now they've got a free kick. It's just those lapses of a concentration. But once again, we see Man City, they don't just hoof it towards the penalty area. They play it short. Doku now has a bit of space to run at Livramento. Tino sticks to him, though. Roll back to Foden. Now Nico. Again, brilliant pressing by Newcastle United. Hurrying Manchester City into passing the ball. But they still have possession with Gvardiol. Foden. Doku now. Doku has O'Reilly making an overlap. Goes inside this time, though. Cherky. Now Doku again. Foden. Cherky. And Man City just can't at the moment find a way through. It's like a black and white brick wall there at the minute. Here's Diaz. Now Bernardo Silva sitting deep again. Looking to try and create something. Nico. That's a better move by Man City, but well cut out again by Fabian Schär. Nunes for Manchester City. Cherky. Oh, that's a brilliant ball to Foden. Foden, and he's wellied it over the bar. And again, frustration for Phil Foden because he's a better finisher than that. Shot from the edge of the box. Beautiful quick ball in by Cherky. And Foden trying to curl it into the top corner. Just fluffs it completely. And miles over the bar. And again, frustration for Manchester City, but you know we're doing all right. I don't know about a change yet. Maybe Murphy for get a Langer on, use his pace. But at the moment, I mean, we haven't had a shot on target in the second half. Joe Linton's header. Murphy trying to power through. O'Reilly clips it away. Only as far as Joe Linton again. Now Bruno. Bruno inside to Barnes. Barnes, lovely 1-2 with Bruno. Big opportunity here, Bruno. Back to Barnes. He scores! He has scored! Harvey Barnes has scored for Newcastle, and we take the bloody lead. Can you believe it? It's a beautiful goal from Newcastle United. Absolute beautiful goal. And it's in the back of the net. And I couldn't give a shit if I could out there, guys. We've scored. It's 1-0 to the Toon. And it's time to go and grab your granny because she needs a fresh pair of knickers to take Grandad out for a pint. It's a lovely goal. Bruno plays a big part in it, but what a finish that is from Harvey Barnes, by the way. An absolute cracking finish from Barnes. Low into the corner. Donnarumma not a chance in hell this time. And finally, Barnes has put it in the back of the net. It was a lovely break by Newcastle, but that is a beautiful, beautiful finish from Harvey Barnes. No doubt about it. Absolute beautiful finish. And Eddie Howe, a very, very happy man, and rightly so, as well as 52,000 Geordies. We have taken the fucking lead. And you know what? Deservedly. We should have been ahead in the first half. Man City was starting to ask a few questions, but we have hit the hammer blow. Beautiful finish. Well, now City have to come at us. But how will we just keep playing the same way? We don't need to do anything different. And now Voltemata for Newcastle. Breaking away again. Barnes in front of him. Voltemata spins. Lays it back to Joe Linton. Joe Linton turns away. Looks like he was fouled. He's still got it, Joe Linton. And eventually wins a free kick for a shared pull. Foden throws the ball away. It's all going tits up for Man City, guys. But let's mention Bruno in that goal, by the way. Fantastic from the captain. Bombed forwards and laid it off to Barnes. And a beautiful finish. Beautiful finish. Murphy now with a flick on for Tonali. But Tonali's offside. Free kick to Manchester City. The question is, never mind how we'll respond. What about Man City? Does Pep make changes now? That's the big question. Rochi, I am trying to fix my mic. Don't worry. I think it's just because the compressor's on and it balls it up all the time. Here's Doku for Manchester City. Tonali. Oh, gave it away there to Nico. Not a great ball that by Tonali. Did the hard work to make space to get the pass away. And now, again, Newcastle sitting in a 4-5-1. Manchester City trying to work out the puzzle. Here's Doku heading towards the penalty area. Now the byline whips the ball in. Malik Chow clears corner Man City. Again, very, very good defending from the big man. As he's done all game. The mic cutting out helps create tension. All good, Paul. The commentary is brilliant. Geez, Simon. I don't like cutting out, but I will sort it. Anyway, corner for Manchester City to the back post, headed away by Voldemar. Only as far as Doku, still in the penalty area. Doku gets the ball back across. Haaland can't get a header in. It comes to Cherky. He brings it in low. Comes back to Diaz. It's in the net. And Manchester City have responded literally immediately. And it's 1-1. I think it took a deflection off Lewis Hall. But either way, Manchester City have levelled the scores. And it is 1-1 at St James's Park. Stick a bear's claw up my arse. Honestly. Bouncing around from the corner. We never dealt with the corner. Doku get it back in. Haaland went to header. It came to Cherky. He fires a low ball in. Hall blocks it. Comes back to Diaz. And somehow it creeps through the legs of some Newcastle defenders. It's Fabian Schär, actually. It hits Fabian Schär. He's going down on his haunches. It just squeezes between his legs and somehow goes into the back of the net. And Manchester City have responded, as you'd probably expect a team like Manchester City to respond. And now they'll be looking to get right back and take the lead in this. But Newcastle at the moment now with Barnes down the left-hand side. And he wins a corner. Great stuff from Harvey Barnes again. And Ruben Diaz is off the pitch at the minute. I'm not sure. He's got blood pouring from his face. That's why he's not allowed on. And now suddenly he's allowed back on before the corner's taken. Looked like he took a bang in the face. But anyway, Newcastle United now have a corner. Tonali on the far side will take it for Newcastle. In it comes. Near post. Flicked on, headed out again. This time Diaz gets his head to it. It's another corner to Newcastle. What a game this is turning out to be. Ronan says inevitable. Well, you know what? I mean, there's still plenty of time left for both sides to go and win this. And at the moment, we're asking the questions. And it comes again from Tonali. Oh, he's nearly put that in from the corner. It's headed off the line. It's still bouncing around in the penalty area again. Barnes now. Murphy clips it in towards the back post. And a header comes in. It's off the bar. And in. We scored again. It's Harvey Barnes. Would you fucking believe this game of football? Harvey Barnes scores. It's 2-1. After hitting the bar, I thought, holy shit. I mean, Man City are furious. There's yellow cards being dished out left, right and centre. I haven't got a fucking Scooby-Doo what is going on, but I do know that the ball is in the net and we lead 2-1. Dear God, what an incredible game. What an incredible second half this is. Barnes again. I mean, it's just incredible. And, you know, I'm just seeing the goal again. Barnes lays it to Murphy. It's a great ball in. It's at the back post. It's a good header. Bruno is onside there when that header comes in. No doubt about it. Off the bar. Barnes is there, takes it down and then pushes it into the roof of the net. It's 2-1. Go and grab your granny because it's fucking bingo time. The composure that Harvey Barnes just showed there to put that in is simply sensational, guys. Some people in the chat saying, is Bruno offside? I don't think so. I don't think he was offside. I think it was close. But I don't think he's offside. And again, the referee calling over the captains. VAR looking at this. That does not look offside to me from where I'm looking at it. That looks like he's onside. I mean, VAR will take all fucking day to try and rule this out for Newcastle. We know what they're like. Still we wait. Still we wait. I think he looks on. And once again, a huge delay here waiting for VAR to make the fucking mind up. It was close. I'm not going to deny that it's close, but there's no way Bruno looks offside to me. I think he's level. And the referee is still having conversations with the two captains while this is all going on. This really annoys me about VAR. They take so fucking long. I don't think Bruno's offside. I mean, we're clearly not going to get to see this again. But the composure that Harvey Barnes showed there when it came off the bar to sort of get it back with his heel and then put it in the top of the net. And still we wait, folks. I mean, it shouldn't take this long. It's a goal. It is given, guys, and rightly so. And finally they make the decision that the goal should be given. And now we're going to get stacks of fucking injury time at the end of this game, guys. But Newcastle United now lead by 2-1. And Harvey Barnes again. Donnarumma was booked in all of that, by the way, as well. And players finally back underway. Murphy now looking for Voltemada. Up goes Barnes. He's crippled in front two from behind there. That was a shocking challenge. And now Man City come forward again. Haaland can't get there. Lewis Hall, cool as cucumber, to back now to Nick Pope, who gets on with it quickly to Chow. Just look at that second goal again, folks, when you get an opportunity, because when it comes back off the bar from Bruno, it's a brilliant bit of improvisation from Barnes just to flick his heel out to control the ball. So calm in that situation, and then stick it in the roof of the net. Absolutely superb. Now Bruno. Lovely ball again to Tonali. Tonali on to Barnes again. This is brilliant from Newcastle. Barnes, he's into the box. He's challenged. Good challenge by Diaz. And Man City get the ball away. And this isn't good because Lewis Hall's gone down, guys. Let's hope this is only a bit of cramp creeping into Lewis Hall here. We do have Alex Murphy on the bench, of course. Well, Man City are responding with a couple of substitutions. It looks like there's three of them coming on. 3 of them coming on, guys. Livramento walking away there for a drink. Oscar Bob is coming on. And this game shows why we can't play Anthony Gordon. Killers win games up the tune. Oh, I'll tell you what, he missed them 2 sitters in the first half, but Harvey Barnes does not stop. He does not put his head down. Doku is coming off for Mamouche. I believe that's Mamouche. And it certainly hasn't been Jeremy Doku's night, apart from sitting crying most of the fucking night. So off he goes. And Bernardo Silva is the next one to come off. He is going to be replaced by number 4. Trying to see who that is. I mean, we're going to get a lot of added time, guys. There is no doubt about that. That is just fact. We are going to get a lot of injury time. Reinders, Savino, and Bob coming on. So it's Savino, not Mamouche. Which I'm surprised he hasn't brought Mamouche on, to be fair. But given their hour of need right now. 2-1 to the Toon, guys, if you just tuned in. Lewis Hall is back on his feet. I think he just had a little bit of cramp. And he has gone off. Sven Botman is now on. And he's signalling 5. So Lewis Hall getting a massive round of applause from the Newcastle fans. Hopefully that is just cramp, of course. But we are now playing 5 at the back. I'm trying to see who's gone left wing back. It looks like Jacob Murphy. So we are playing 5 at the back. Jacob Murphy is playing as left wing back. Interesting. So there we go. We're now playing 5 at the back. Livramento, bless him, he's been asked to do a hell of a lot of running considering he's been out for so long. But here come Manchester City again. Nico across now for Gvardiol. Walking pace at the moment. Now across. And in comes the cross to the back post. Hits Oscar Bob on the back of the head. There looked like a push there, to be fair. Played in the box again. Malik Chow this time gets his head to it. Savinho there, there looked to have been a foul, but hey, it doesn't come in. Surely Eddie can't drop Barnes when Gordon is fit. He'll rotate, Peter, given the amount of games there is. But Barnes is on fire right now. Savinho, now to Gvardiol. Manchester City trying to build again. Here's Reinders. Oscar Bob. Back to Reinders. And again, Newcastle just forming a brick wall or trying to form a brick wall. This is going to be squeaky bum time now, I think, for the rest of the game, folks. Here's O'Reilly. Savinho again. Trying to beat Livramento. Livramento sticking to him like glue, forcing him inside. O'Reilly now. Back to Gvardiol. Gvardiol can't find the through pass. Plays it back to Diaz now. Who, of course, got the City equaliser. Thought they were going to go on and get another one. Tough shit. We did. Here's Savinho again. Pulling out some party tricks. I'm not sure that's the type to do it. But Man City just knocking it around here in the outside of the Newcastle penalty area, in Newcastle's half. Not really penetrating anywhere near what they need to do. And yes, I used the word penetrate, folks. Here's Oscar Bob. Back inside again. City just trying to find some kind of space, some kind of through ball. What's a heavy touch. Just managed to play it on Gvardiol now. O'Reilly being forced back by Joe Linton. City have it again. Nico flicks it on, but there's Livramento. Just a little touch to Tonali. Tonali taken down, free kick to Newcastle. It was a nasty one for Sandro, right on the bottom of his knee. Bruno again goes to have a word with the referee. The referee's having none of it. But again, no yellow card. I genuinely believe that. I know Donnarumma's been booked, but some of these fouls, this one on Tonali is how is that not a booking? I'll never understand some of these decisions. And there is the confirmation that Bruno is onside. Played by the shoulder of the elbow of Diaz. And that's what I thought. And then they're looking at another offside. No idea. Anyway, we're 2-1 up. We've got less than 10 minutes of normal time left, but you know as well as I do, folks, there is going to be a lot of injury time. And we're going to see Elanga and Willock for Newcastle in a moment. As Man City come forward again with Savinho. Good tackle by Tonali. He wanted a Newcastle throw. We're not going to get it, though. And the ball is with Diaz again in the centre circle for City. Again, Newcastle set up that the 5-4-1 formation. Lots of black and white shirts back. Man City being made to work very hard to find even an inch of space right now. But they are pushing us back. There's no doubt about that. And you kind of expect that. But we come away now with Bruno over the halfway line. Barnes is up with him. Voldemar is up. He's gone for Barnes for the hat-trick. And it's cleared away very well. Last second tackle by Nunes. And he keeps it in from going from a corner. Just a little more pace on that ball from Bruno and Barnes would have been in. And we can certainly catch them on the break here. That's the risk that City are taking. Samsonite Dove's second offside check was the bounce of the crossbar. It's crazy. They're just looking for anything to disallow a goal. Willock instead of Ramsey's a puzzling one for me, I have to say. But we're inside the final 10 minutes of this game. Well, I say final 10 minutes. It's probably going to be 10 minutes of added time. Here's Oscar Bob for Manchester City. Pushed back by Murphy again. Nunes back in for Oscar Bob. Oscar Bob heading towards the penalty area. Just completely closed out. Murphy, you've got to do better there, matey. You've got to do better there. Bob's got the ball back. And again, Manchester City just looking for a way to put the ball into the box. Voldemar back there helping out as well. Now it's all hands to the pump for Newcastle United right now. Reinders looks for an outlet ball. Good force and back by Voldemar. Reinders again. Diaz. And Newcastle just camped on the edge of the box here. They're just happy to let City knock it around. But now the ball comes into the box, headed away by Botman. Only to Oscar Bob on the edge of the box. It's scrambling and it's cleared away by Shea to Voldemar. Can Voldemar get it away to Tonali? He can. Tonali, it's a one-on-one at the minute. Tonali, has he got the power? He's got all the way to the byline for Newcastle United. What a run by Sandro. And it's gone out for a goal kick. Sandro wanted a corner. But he just couldn't get the better of Guardiola, who stuck with him brilliantly, to be fair. And that's why he's such a brilliant defender. It is Harvey Barnes coming off for Elanga. So Harvey Barnes won't get a hat-trick. But he's getting one hell of an ovation from the Newcastle fans. As well he should. Fantastic. You know, given that he missed 2 sitters in the first half, he never put his head down. He continued to work hard and he scored 2 goals. The second for me, the way he brings the ball down off the bar, I think that's an absolutely incredible finish from Harvey Barnes. And that's what you've got to praise about Harvey. The fact that he missed those chances first half, but by God, he kept going and he kept going and he kept going. Voldemar is the other player off, so it looks like Willock will go left and Elanga will go front. That's all I can think of. And that seems to be the way we've sort of lined up here. So it's now all hands to the pump for these final moments of this game. It looks like we're parking the bus and just going to defend and then try and catch them on the break, as we've done a couple of times, to be fair. Oscar Bob gets no joy out of Jacob Murphy at all. Nothing. Nada. Oh, you're kidding me. I've lost my signal, guys. Oh, no. What a time for this to happen. Oh, I've got it back. It's a Man City free kick. Just outside. No. It's a corner, sorry, I do apologise. My screen went small for a second there. So it's a Manchester City corner. Dangerous position. Less than 5 minutes of normal time left. In comes the corner, flicked away. And it's come to the... Whoa! Savinho! That is a terrible volley from him. And it's high into the Leazer's end. And a goal kick to Newcastle. Botman got a touch on the corner to head it away slightly, but it comes to Savinho. His eyes light up, but he slices it miles into the air and wide. City make another substitution. That looks like Marmouche. Foden's gone off. And it is indeed Marmouche who is on the pitch now. So City are basically going for it, folks. They are going for it big style. Don't forget to keep subscribing, guys. Bottom right-hand corner, click on the logo, hit subscribe. All we ask for is that you hit the notification bell so you never miss an upload or a live show. And please do keep hitting the like button, as that is just as important to the channel as well. And welcome to all our new subscribers today to the channel. Thank you so much. And I'm sure you'll love this fantastic community here. Willock trying to close down. Now Alanga trying to close Nico down. City have just pushed everybody forward. They really have. They really are. It's the kitchen sink now. Here's Savinho trying to run at Livramento. Livramento just sticks there. Says, you've got to take us on. He doesn't. He goes back to Nico. Nico now across. Reinders. Oscar Bob now. But again, Newcastle very disciplined with the defensive formation here. Out wide again for Savinho. Turns and faces up to Tino again. But again, he doesn't go past him. Diaz now. And even Gvardiol's now pushed up front and headed away again. Good, strong header this time. And City get it back on the halfway line. Last 10 minutes, by the way, is 91% possession for Man City. Percentage means nout. It's all about what you do with it and how you defend, of course. Here you go. Oh, great tackle again, Tino. And it's a corner to Manchester City. Last couple of minutes. David says, great to get over 44. It certainly is, David. Thank you very much. Ball Geordie says, fantastic award. 2 seconds. We'll just get rid of this corner and then I'll read that super chat out. It's a short corner. It's not a great corner. And Newcastle could hit Manchester City on the break here. It's Jacob Murphy. There's only Bruno ahead of him, but Langa's making the pace up on the far side. Murphy chops back. It's kind of gone dead. He's done well, though, Jacob Murphy there. He's got it now to Botman. Botman on to Joe Willock. Willock. Back to Botman. Ball Geordie says, fantastic awards. Result, Paul Silver is the winner. That's a testament to your dream and hard work. Well done to you, Billy, Alex, and Lady Sam. Thanks. Thank you, Susan, too. You're an amazing lass. Thank you, buddy. Much appreciated. Means a lot. They reckon 9 minutes of injury time. 9 minutes. Long ball looking for Alanga. O'Reilly closed down. And, well, Nico can only sky it into the Milburn stand. That'll do. Bruno's been terrific today. And he's absolutely knackered as well. Down on his haunches. But this is what going against Man City does to you. And this result, I'll tell you what, if it stays like this, it's absolutely superb. No doubt about it. We've played so well today. But there's a lot of squeaky bums amongst black and white fans, I'll tell you that now. City win the ball back from the throw-in. Come on, Willock, get in there. Get in there and press. Donnarumma now gives it to Reinders. O'Reilly on to Savinho. Savinho's got Toon Army all over him. Savinho gets the ball in the box. That should be Nick Pope's, and it is. 8 minutes of additional time, folks. 8 minutes. Oh, long ball by Bruno down the line for Alanga. It's a great ball. Now, what's Alanga going to do with it? He heads towards the penalty area, loses the ball, and Donnarumma comes out and wins it back. I'm not sure that was a very good play by Alanga, to be honest, but Donnarumma's gone down. I'm sure he'll be all right. Get up your tart. Now the matter with you. Here's Reinders again for Manchester City across to Oscar Bob. Bob back to Reinders. Gvardiol and Savinho again. Back to Gvardiol. Oh, that's a great ball from Gvardiol. Chance here. Great block again, Malik Chow. This guy's not human, man. I'm telling you, he's not human. Brilliant block. And now a corner again for Manchester City, which Reinders comes across to take. They want to get on with this in a big hurry, guys. And here we go. Whipped in. And at the near post, it's Livramento. Looked like he was fouled there. The referee's not going to give that, though. And now a chance for Man City to get the ball across again. Here's Reinders on the edge of the box. Back now. Well, they don't decide to shoot. Comes back to Savinio, ball in again, bounces around, comes to Oscar Bob, and Newcastle just absolutely bulldoze the way out of the penalty area. Tonali is caught late by Oscar Bob, and a free kick to Newcastle. And a yellow card to Oscar Bob. Nasty little tackle on Sandro Tonali there, and Tonali down. I don't like players staying down here trying to waste a bit of time because it's pointless. Because the referee will just add it on. I mean, I think everybody's arse is now twitching like a rabbit's nose if you're a Newcastle fan. No doubt about it. We've played 2 minutes of the 8. And a little bit of nasties going on here. And Man City getting frustrated. Erling Haaland crying again. As he's done most of this game, to be fair. All he's done is whinge when things haven't gone his way. And Eddie Howe screaming, what are we doing? When he's looking at the goal kick, the formation. Now, I think he wants them to get into better places. Share there again to head it. Willock flicks it on. Bouncing around again. Botman goes up with Haaland. And Haaland's headed that out to play for a Newcastle throw. Inside the Manchester City half. And Newcastle won't be in any rush to take this throw in. Down the line. And down the line as far as Joe Willock. Willock and Elanga over there on the far side. Bruno goes in, knocked off the ball. Manchester City will look to break. Get some bodies back, lads. Get the bodies back. And Joe Linton again. And he's going to get a yellow card. He took one for the team there. Stopped Man City in the tracks. He's actually lucky, Joe Linton, because he could have been booked earlier in the game and that would have been a red, but it's not, so we'll forget it. He just grabs onto Savinio there, and a free kick to Man City. Joe Linton yellow carded. 4 minutes left of the additional time. O'Reilly for Man City. Inside for Gvardiol. Gvardiol across again to Nunes. Now Oscar Bob. The ball will come in this time from Bob. It's a great cross, bouncing around again. Great defending share. Cleared then on by Botman. Savinio. Diaz. Nunes. And again outright for Oscar Bob. They're looking for him all the time, probably to get these left-footed crosses in. Jinking around Murphy, heads to the byline. Oscar Bob into the box. Murphy was poor there. Joe Linton has to come across and win the ball. But Murphy, dear me, you've got to be stronger than that, Jacob. Christ on a bike. He just let Oscar Bob dance around him. Anyway, corner. Reinder's going to take this for Man City. Less than 3 minutes of additional time left now. In it comes. Bouncing around again in the penalty area. Tonali trying to close down Nunes. It's now a chance to get the ball in. It's a low ball cleared brilliantly again by Malik Chow, and he revs up the Leazer's end as well. They need all the support they can get, the lads here, just to finish this job off. It's going to be Nunes, and he's going to launch this towards the penalty area. Long throw. Here it comes. Long throw from Nunes. It's a high and loopy ball. Cleared away again. Back into the box it comes. Flicked on. Headed away this time again. Chow is there. And a free kick to Newcastle. And it was a foul on Fabian Schär. And we're now in the final 2 minutes, guys. 2 minutes of the game. Honestly, I don't think my arse is twitching like a rabbit's nose at all now. My arse is actually melting. For the love of wank biscuits, this is incredible stuff. Honestly, what a second half this has been. And we're so close. The fans are wellying out, singing. Murphy's down with cramp. So there's a little bit more of additional time to be added on by the referee, no doubt. It will happen. Eddie Howe chowing that chewing gum very, very quickly. Long ball again. Newcastle trying to hang on to it this time. Shea just puts his foot through it. It's going to go all the way to Donnarumma. Inside the final minute of additional time now. And Gvardiol brings it away for Manchester City. Across to Reinders. Looking for a through ball here. In fact, it's Nico. He finds Nunes. Nunes will launch it into the penalty area again. Header comes in. It's wide of the post. It's miles wide from O'Reilly. And that could be it. 97 and a half minutes gone. I'm sure Nick Pope won't be in any rush to take this goal kick. But we are so close to an absolutely incredible victory. James Birch, thank you very much for your super chat. Much appreciated, my friend. Nick Pope wasting as many minutes as he can as we come up to the 98-minute mark in this game. Long ball by Nick Pope. The referee won't blow just yet. He's given a free kick to Manchester City, which is going to be pumped long this time, no doubt about it. They've never done this in the game. It's always been a short free kick, but this time they're going to go long. And Newcastle managed to deal with it and break away. Surely the referee's going to blow the full-time whistle. Elanga, can he get in? No, he can't. A brilliant tackle. Elanga wanted a free kick. He's never going to get that in a million years, pal. But there is the final whistle. And Newcastle United have defeated Manchester City by 2-1 at St James's Park. Can you Adam and Eve it? Everybody worried about the performance, saying we're going to get a Tonkin, and we turn them over. 2-1 with two brilliant Harvey Barnes goals and some brilliant play. It could have been more. It could have been more had we taken opportunities earlier in the game. But who gives an absolute Scooby-Doo? We have won the game by 2-1, and boy, do we need it. Boy, do we need that. Guardiola going around his players, hugging them, saying you did everything you could. They did, but we defended so well and came out of that game with a wonderful, wonderful win. Gary says the game proves to me that we need better quality backup wing backs. Let's hope Harrison Ashby proves to be a late bloomer. And Edward Gaunt just says yes. Indeed, Edward. Indeed. Yes, indeed. Have it. Have it. It's a wonderful victory. Absolutely wonderful victory. We must have thought it was a Champions League game. Well, hey, let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. When we go to Everton next week, we'll see what happens. Guardiola not happy with the referee there. I quietly don't give a shit. There will be the normal Manchester City crybabies, excuses for losing the game. As everything does when Newcastle beat the top teams, it's always us. It's always someone else's fault. Spike, yes. And Stoic Protector, member for 9 months. Oh my God, wonderful performance. How were the lads? I mean, it just was. It was such a nice performance. We had to defend at times, but you are going to have to defend at times against Manchester City. It's Manchester City, for fuck's sake. But we worked so hard for that today. Every player put in a shift. Harvey Barnes, I mean, look, we were criticising him at half-time, saying he's missed 2 absolute sitters, which he did, but he didn't put his head down. And that, for me, is just tells you a lot about the player himself, that he didn't put his head down. He just got on with it and ends up scoring 2 fantastic goals. The first one, beautiful shot in the corner. But the second one, the way he reacts to take that ball down after it hit the bar, to just give him the opportunity to put it in the roof of the net. And the calm composure that he showed was incredible. It really was incredible. Eric says, massive win. What a difference when we have quality fullbacks. Mark says, I said we would win on last night's show. Get in. And Brian has been a member of the Toon Review for 33 months now. Thank you very much, Brian. Much appreciated. Graham Ritchie says, great commentary, Paul. Just what we needed. How are the lads? Chow was brilliant. I was superb. But so was Cher. Both of them were outstanding. Attacker number 2 says, season starts here. Thanks for the commentary. Thank you very much. Gary Clark says, next, no mercy for Marseille. Yeah, it's away from home. This again is the challenge. And Squire Jimmy says, we've been complaining about international breaks taking us out of rhythm. We might have needed this one to release some tension. I agree. It's come at the right time this time. There's no doubt about that this one's come at the right time. Biffed by Adam West says, after a bad giveaway early, I think J7 had a performance. They all played well. They all worked the socks off. They really did. I've seen some people have digs at Murphy. I thought Murphy was okay today. He put some brilliant crosses in. Get well soon, Billy, and well done to the channel. Thank you very much. I predicted 3-1 to us and well-deserved 3 points. Not far away, matey. Not far away. Looked so much better with Tino and Hall. Played to Walter Marder's strengths and played him in properly. He would take those chances in the future. Chow. Simple as that. Chow. Absolutely. Brilliant performance from Malik Chow. But let's take nothing away from Fabian Schär either. Nick Pope, for all we didn't want him in goal, he's done okay today. Commanded his box very well. Did what he needed to do. So, yeah. Listen, I can't say anything. Look, we've won the game. I'm not going to criticize any players because I thought every player to a man today worked their fucking asses off. And we've beaten Manchester City, who are rife in form at the minute. They've just whacked Liverpool, remember? You know, come on. Emma, me and the hubby predicted 2-1 in Fan Forum. Yes, you did. But I believe you said you didn't know whether to go with your heart or your head, Emma. Samsonite Dove says, heart rate monitor melted 20 minutes ago. Nails away for thin. Caffeine overdose. But we got the win. Nick's Picks says, if City won 2-1, pundits would be worshipping them. Absolutely. We need credit for that today. Mats says, at home, though. Yeah, all right, but let's just take the win. Kevin says, what a day. We win, Mackems lose, and the icing on the cake. King Rat snubbed again. Get in the lads. Yeah, he was subbed again. Absolutely. And that is the fantastic thing about today. He was substituted yet again. But look, I know we're saying, oh, it was home again. It was under the light. Let's just enjoy this win, guys. We've been through so much in the last few weeks as Newcastle United fans. Let's just enjoy this. You know, we've just beaten Manchester City. And, you know, it wasn't a lucky performance either. We could have won that by more than 2 goals. You know, we had the better chances in that game by a long shot, guys. By a long shot. Cool Dude says, we played better for the first time. Yep, much better. Much better. And look, come on. Let's give praise where it's due. You know, the chances we created and some of the football we played today was really good. And we were much stronger defensively, and that is because of the fullbacks. Tino Livramento has just done 98 minutes after not playing for God knows how long, coming back from a very serious injury, and he's just played 98 fucking minutes. What a guy. What a guy. The fitness in that kid is just exceptional. Absolutely exceptional. Bloody hell. What a player. What a player. Channel Right says Elanga and Willock, no impact, but great win. Well, Elanga, for me, I mean, lost the ball a few times, but hey, it is what it is with Elanga at the minute. Richard, a member for a year now. Thank you very much, Richard. Great commentary, Paul, and result. Great result for the TTR award. And can you say how to my wife, Karen? Karen, good evening. Hope you're well. Steve Headers says, shows the value of our fullbacks. Absolutely. Olusola says, we used Walter Marder today well. We need Hall and Tino always going forward. Schär and Chow, super today. Superb performance. How are the lads? Absolutely. Not going to argue with you on that one, Asula. I just think You know what? The first 10 minutes, I was extremely worried about that game. I have to openly admit, I was really worried. But then, after the 10 minutes had passed, we started to come into the game and we started creating the very, very best opportunities. Pedro says, Paul, what awards did the TTR get? We won silver award for best content creator in the Premier League, mate. So we were against some very, very big channels, but we got the silver award and mighty proud of it. Mr. Jimmy T with a super chat. Thank you, Jimmy. Much appreciated. Paul, we were all worried, but wow, massive wow. Yeah, it is a massive wow. It's a huge wow. I think we really need to be positive here, and it puts us into a really good frame of mind for the game to Marseille. Now, get that out the way, and then we go to Everton next week. That for me, the Everton game is again another tester of where we stand with our away form, because now we've played like that against Man City. That sets a bar. That sets a bar as for where you need to play. And if we can keep that bar there, we will move up the table. But again, it's the question of the away form. But I'm not even looking at that yet. I'm going to enjoy this win today because we've just beaten Manchester City, who are flying. We have been, we've beaten the Man City side with so many superstars in that side. It is incredible. And a very, very strong bench. And we've beaten them by 2-1. So I'm going to take that every day of the sodden week. Shearer's Toenail, Harvey fucking Barnes, indeed. And Denverville, we have missed Tino and Hall so much, much better. Oh, it is worlds apart, guys. It is literally worlds apart how much we have missed them. It is incredible. Incredible. And you just saw straight away the difference they make. Not just going forward, but defending. Lewis Hall was sensational. I mean, he just looks so comfortable. And yes, he went off, but I think that was more of a cramp issue, which means you know who's coming back on Tuesday night. John Morn, congrats on the award. Are the Nuggets still Eddie out, onwards and upwards? Well, John, what I would say to you is, it is one game, remember, and yes, we've beaten Manchester City. It's a superb result, right? It really is. But now we have to do this consistently. We've proved how well we can play. We've just done it against the best again. So we proved how good we are. Now it is time to start performing in other games against maybe the lesser teams in the Premier League, the away form, etc. We have to do that. That is so, so important. But hey, let's just enjoy this win today. We've beaten Man City, for God's sake. Let's not look on a downer. I think everybody played so well today. So, so well. Just fantastic. Paul says Haaland in Cher's pocket again. Oh, incredible. And you always know when Haaland's rattled or can't get a kick in the game because he will twist to the referee all the time. And that's exactly what he did. He had an opportunity first half. I think actually Nick Pope did well there to make him quickly have to make a decision, tried to flick it over him and went wide. Then, of course, his near post flick, which Pope got in the way of, he got his body there, whether it's his hands, his stomach, or whatever it hits, he stopped it going in. But apart from that, he was irrelevant. David says, that's me in a good mood tonight. Absolutely. That should every Newcastle fan be. Absolutely, mate. Spike says, great game, great commentary. Now keeping this performance up. Yep, it's all about moving on to the next one. It certainly is. Olasola says, hats off to that back line and kudos to Eddie for being brave. We actually outplayed Man City. Keep it, Haaland, quiet. Let that sink in. Indeed, indeed. Right, that is it for Matchday Live, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to the show. Please now go across to Evermore NUFC. Join Chris for his instant match reaction. He's live now. I'll be doing a match reaction video, which I'll upload a bit later on. So make sure you go across to Evermore NUFC. Give Chris your support as he brings you his live reaction to the game. And I'm sure it's going to be a good one. Everyone in a great mood. Thank you very much for all your super chats and memberships. Welcome to all our new subscribers as well. If you're watching this on a rerun, please don't forget to subscribe if you are new around here. But please, I ask everybody before they leave, hit that like button, guys. It is so important to the channel and keeps us up there in all those algorithms for YouTube. Mods, you've been incredible yet again. Thank you so much. And we will see you tomorrow night again, 7 o'clock, with the match review. We'll take a deeper dive into the game and, of course, the player ratings as well, which should be a little bit brighter tomorrow night, given what we've been through in the past. But have a great night, folks, and we will see you again tomorrow. Take care.
Come back and check on Sea Breeze.